Good morning, everybody, and how are you this glorious Thursday morning? If in case you're wondering what's happening, I'm Leanne, working at Crafters Companion for a number of years, Head of Product Development, and I'm helping out this morning on the brand new Craft Chat Create show, which is your destination at 8 a.m. for all things crafty in the UK. It's our brand new destination for all of our UK customers with fantastic deals, amazing demonstrations, all of the chat, all of the gossip, all of the behind the scenes information. It's going to be so much fun. And of course, we're really pleased to see a lot of our US viewers joining us as well. I would be doing the same if I was you, because all of the fun happens here. We've got some fantastic deals for you. Hunkydory, been a friends of mine for years, and I've admired their product for years as well. So to have some of their products on the show today is phenomenal. We've got Jigsaw dies. Who doesn't want a jigsaw in their life? We've got some brilliant deals on our Beautiful collection. It's the best ever price. And speaking of beautiful, we've got the very beautiful Craig in the studio. Good morning, Craig. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing so good, Leanne. Yeah, good morning. Hello. Yeah, really looking forward to these. Really look forward to these shows. But when I found out it was you that was on, Leanne, I was like, yes, this is when the fun's going to happen on a Thursday morning. Now let's show you what we are going to create. Now, if you are new to us or relatively new, you might not realise that we do bring to you other companies such as Hunkydory. Now, we have got some brand new items never seen before on Crafters TV from Hunkydory. We've got some decoupage elements. Now, these make quick, simple cards, but you've got the decoupage. So whether you're using your foam pads, whether you're using your glue gel, super simple that even our producer Erin could do it, and she's not a crafter. But then we've also got something else that's brand new, Little Book of Toppers. So maybe you do like to go out in the caravan, you go in the craft clubs, and you want to then just take your toppers with you, but you don't want to take the big sheets. We've got a full book of 3 full books of different toppers. Then, as Leanne says, we've got best ever price on Beautiful collection. Let's put the right one up and put the right one down. So you want to do all your lovely spring-like cards with your springtime cards. But then what about doing your jigsaws? Look at this. We're going to be making some jigsaws using our jigsaw dies, but with the fancy shape jigsaw. So whether it is photos, whether it is memory photos that you're wanting to do, maybe you want to do your toppers and create jigsaws if you want. Maybe you want to create your own background with your inks and make jigsaws out of them. So much you could be doing. I can't wait for the next 3 hours.
I mean, it's going to be cram-packed with absolute gorgeous inspiration, isn't it? And some amazing deals. Now, don't forget, if you are joining us, and if this is the first time you've found us here on Craft Chat Create, you can get social with us. So pop in your comments on YouTube, pop in your comments on Facebook, and our fabulous social team will get those through to the studio for us so that we can chat to you. We've already got a lot of you joining in. We've got Rhiannon. Hello, Rhiannon. We've got Rebecca. From Hertfordshire, nearly said Herefordshire, Hertfordshire, darling. We've got Tracy Gould on YouTube. Hello, Tracy. Sandra Dundas on YouTube. Sandra says, morning, Leanne, Craig, CTV crew, social media superstar, crafty family and friends. Catch all, got everybody. Thank you, Sandra. Charlotte is joining from Georgia. What time is it in Georgia, Charlotte? Do let us know, because that's dedication. We've got Dale. Dale says good morning to you, Craig. And we've got Karen as well from a frosty Staffordshire. So wonderful that you're all joining us. Thank you so much. Get all of your questions in, because, you know, yesterday I was put in the hot seat, if you watched, and Joe, he gave me a little bit of a grilling, and I don't think that's fair. So all of the questions today directed at our Craig, and we're going to give him a good old grilling later on in the show. So no questions are out of bounds. Send them in. You can ask crafty questions, life questions, whatever it is. There is nothing that is out of bounds. You ask away. I'm not saying we'll answer them all, but you know, you can ask them, and if we feel like we're comfortable answering them, then we will. Now, we have got amazing deals for you, and the first one that I want to talk to you about is the morning must-have, which is absolutely gorgeous, and that is this topper kit that Craig was talking to you about earlier. Fabulous value for money here, where you've got £23.98 and $35.98. If you are a platinum member, and we'll come and talk to you in a minute about our Club Inspire Club. If you're a platinum member, you can see the prices there of £19.18 and £28.78, which is fantastic. And it's got a phenomenal saving on there for you. And it's on ClearPay. Now, if you don't know about ClearPay, if this is new for you, this is for our UK customers, and what it does is spread the cost of your purchase for you. So you're going to be able to take the content of your basket from £30 up to £1,000 and spread that over 4 fortnightly payments. So you're going to be able to really spread the cost and make things more affordable, and you can do that between £30 and £1,000. So you'll see the ClearPay price in that little blue box on the screen as we're going through the show, and you can add all of those into your basket to get up to that £30, and then when you're up to 30, whatever your poison is, you divide it by 4. Now, the designs in these topper pads. Do you want to have a look at some of the designs? Should we have a little look-see? They're absolutely beautiful. And actually, Craig, this is the first time that I've been exposed to these toppers, should we say. I really am enjoying them. I hadn't seen these topper pads from Hunkydory.
That will be because they're new from Hunkydory. This
well,
is just something that's new, so that's why you've not seen them. And we've got volume 1, 2 and 3.
Wow, well that is, thank you so much for that, Craig. That is indeed why I haven't seen them if they're brand new. And they're really exciting. I love these. These florals are gorgeous. Now, I always say, when you're making cards to sell or give away or have at a craft fair for charity, for yourself, for profit, you need to make 60% more floral than any other design that you're selling. I always say that because florals are always the first thing to go. Craig's going to show us how to use those. Those designs are beautiful. People want flowers for so many occasions, aren't they? It doesn't matter what your poison is, you're never going to refuse a flower. So having those flowers in there, I think, are fantastic. And then we've also got our furry friends here as well. Absolutely lovely. You can see they're really cute. I like that one, that little snooze. I felt like that this morning when the alarm went off.
So did I.
Snoozy cat. Little kittens in there, and obviously so adorable and brilliant. I love those samples you showed, Craig, where you can see that it's very easy to get a complete card very quickly with these.
That really, really is. And as you're going through these ones, Leanne, please, I think that one got out the wrong side of the bed this morning.
This is Grumpy Cat.
Yeah.
You know that movie with Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller?
Oh.
What's it called? Meet the Fockers. It looks like that cat. It looks like that cat on that movie, doesn't it? It's not a happy cat, but I'm sure it is a very expensive pedigree cat. This one's cute. We'd want this on the front of a card, wouldn't we? Yeah, we would
indeed,
and
absolutely.
then we've got these cute little kittens.
So
I think cats are great because you can buy a dog's affection.
Lady and the Tramp, that one reminds me of.
Lady and the Tramp, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can buy a dog's affection, but you can't buy a cat's affection.
I'd agree with you on that. Yeah.
It's brilliant. They just know themselves. They know their own minds, and they like you or they don't.
No, they don't.
These are great and different, Craig.
And
These
they're upside down.
Ones. Is it upside down? Oh, gosh. See, I told you I was very, very grumpy when I got out of bed this morning. These are lovely. They're quite mystical, aren't they?
They really, really are. And as of late anyway, I would say over the last 12, 18 months, mystical has really been at the forefront of the alternative designs. You know, something that little bit different. Many of these are going to be good for, you know, the 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds where they don't want the babyish cards, but you know what? They don't want that fully grown-up cards. They want that mystical look. You've got the unicorns. I mean, a boy, who wouldn't love that? Of course, girls do like the dragons as well. But you know, you've got your Dungeons and Dragons themes there. Lots of different styles, and you know, a lot of scope that you can go. But look at that one.
That one reminds me of the scene from the movie Twilight, where all of the forgetting their name. Oh, that'll come back to me, and I'll probably just shout at it in the middle of the show. But the tribe, they turn into wolves.
Right.
That reminds me of that. So if you do like that kind of mystical thing, you're absolutely right, Craig. That's perfect, isn't it? And you're getting all of those. And actually, that's just an example of them. There's 60. Can I just show you the size of a book? There's 60 toppers. So in the cat book, look at how many toppers you're getting. That was the designs I showed you there, but you're getting several of each design in here. And you've got a big old wodge and you're getting 3 of those books. So you're getting 180 toppers for that price. And when Craig shows you how that works, you're going to realise why £23.98 and £35.98 or your £4-6 instalments on ClearPay is absolutely fantastic value for money. And what I will say is Hunkydory, the best quality when it comes to paper toppers like this and paper kits. The quality of their cardstock, the quality of their foiling, the precision and the clarity of their print gives fantastic value for money. Are you ready to show us how it works, Craig?
We are indeed. We're going to do that. We're going to do it really, starting off really quick and simple, but we'll show you how you can absolutely use these elsewhere in your crafting with your dies, your embossing folders, etc., etc. Just quickly as well, not only the toppers, the images, the designs, the backgrounds, but it's also the storage that Hunkydory think of. So you've got the titles down the side, as if it is a little book, but then you've also got, let me get it the right way, so we've got volume 1, 2 and 3. So if you have them all sitting on your bookshelf, your craft shelf, you know which one you want to go to straight away. And because it is a book of toppers, what you've got in here is you actually pop the toppers out. Now I have been keeping the actual outline frame within the book, but if you want to take this out, use that as a frame, use it as a shaker, don't bin it, you know, you can absolutely use it because you've got foiling as well, but the fact is it's all held nicely within that book. So what we're going to do for the first one, and I've got lots of demos planned with these ones here and something else we're going to show you just shortly. But what I'm going to do is we've managed how we've managed this, I don't know, but we've got some more of the adorable scorable. This is the Sea Shanty adorable scorable, and I'm going to use the dragon. So this one is from the Land of Enchantment. And I just felt that this just reminded me of scales. I thought the scales of the dragons, a reptile, anything like that. So I thought instantly what I was going to do was make a card for that one.
Now, Craig, can we just mention at this point that adorable scorable is actually on buy one, get one free?
Crazy,
so
isn't
the
it?
packs are fantastic value for money. So I would say shop the show.
Absolutely.
So as Craig's demonstrating and showing this to you, and you will absolutely realise why you need it when he's showing you how fantastic it is. And let me tell you, it's exceptional quality cardstock. You have got those deals on buy one, get one free. So do have a look at those at the website while you're watching along.
Absolutely, yeah, do that. And the thing is as well with adorable scorable, it's what's classed as bendy ink technology. So you can score the cardstock, you can fold the cardstock, you can bend the cardstock. You're not going to get any cracking, any creasing. Now look at that, 2 ways, either with an additional matting layer and with a sentiment, hashtag launch day, next Wednesday, Hunkydory. So this one here is all about brand new sentiments. As I say, that's going to be next week, but really quick and simple, onto a card blank, and that's it done. You might want to use it without an additional matting layer. Really quick, really simple, a few gems if you want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this one up. Now you know what I'm like, I love my double-sided tape, but please do check out our current Get It Got It Good for our tape runners. Your tape runners are going to be absolutely spot on for these ones. So all that I'm doing is I've done a 1/4 inch matting layer all the way round. And then I've taken a 5x7 card blank. I've taken a piece of our satin gold cardstock, which is 6.5 by 4.5. And then what I've done is I have taken a piece of the Sea Shanty, and this one was 4.25 by 6.25. And instead of leaving it as a full matting layer to pop on, I thought I would just mix it up a little bit, Leanne, and I just tore it down. So tearing it down, you know, you don't have to cut it straight, you don't necessarily have to use a die if you don't want to. All that I've done is torn it down, given that rustic edge. And then,
and if you're a bit nervous of that style, Craig, you know, if you're a bit nervous of the kind of grungy, little bit more distressed style, doing that little tear is a nice introduction, isn't it? It gets you into feeling a little bit more comfortable with that style if you want to push your boundaries a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's a really quick and simple one, but it's a really good one to give you that instant kind of pleasure and satisfaction because it works. Who would have thought that tearing a bit of cardstock on a handmade card works.
It
And that's what it does.
Yeah.
It really, really does.
I think it gives it a very aged look, doesn't it? And
it does.
Sometimes, if you've got that white exposed edge, sometimes I'll add a little bit of ink on there as well.
Absolutely.
Give it a little bit more of a vintage look. There's lots you can do with it, isn't there, Craig?
There really is. There really is. As you said, yes, you can do your inking, but maybe you want to come in with your embossing powders if you've got embossing powders. That's why I say as well with Hunkydory, please don't just think of them as a beginner or quick and simple. You can go all advanced if you want to. And then I've popped my foam pads. Of course, you can be using your glue gel if you want, or keep it flat if you are going to be posting it. But you can. Because of our eyes, the way that we look, we automatically tend to put things to the left-hand side. And I do that most of the time as well. But have a little bit of a play, because there is occasions that it's going to work if you pop it to the opposite side. Now, what I mean by that, now I'm not going to do this because this spends a little bit of time, but what you could do is add extra texture. So what I've done is I've taken some of the gold twine from Sarah's signature collection. If I was to sit that there, what I'm going to do, let's just sit it there for now. What it does is it kind of breaks it up. It gives you another focal point for your eye to go to the left-hand side. But as I say, I'm not going to do it for this one. I just want to show you as an example. But if I take this one, and I am going to pop it to the right-hand side, bringing in a sentiment, and then what I'm going to do is if I pop that one there, so doing it to the opposite way to what your eye automatically allows, and that's all that I'm doing with that one. Doing that one, that could have been a full matte and layer on the back, but by simply tearing it, it gives it that kind of distressed look, but it gives you something extra to look at as well.
I absolutely love that, Craig. I think it looks gorgeous, and I think it really does demonstrate how fabulously usable those topper pads are. Now, just a quick reminder, you're getting the 3 books of those toppers in your collection, so that's 60 in each of those books, 180 toppers in total for £23.98 or $35.98. That's a very good saving you've got on there, and of course, if you're in the UK, that is for 2 weekly payments of your £6 on ClearPay, if that's how you would like to spread the cost. Now, Craig also used that fabulous, adorable, scorable cardstock in that demonstration, and I've grabbed some pads to show you here because these are on buy one, get one free. And we've got here, which pattern pack have I got here? Let me look, I'm looking for the design. I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Oh, okay, so we're going to have a look at the Creatures Great and Small. We're doing them on stills. Creatures Great and Small card pack, which you've got here. Now you can see $7.99 or $11.99, which is absolutely brilliant, and you've got 24 sheets there. We've got Sea Shanty, which Craig just used, and that is again, of course, the same price. Beautiful, really kind of coastal designs in there, and a beautiful tone to them, I think, as well. And now we've got the 4 that we've got in the studio, because you know what, it's nice to see them on a picture. It's even better to see them in person, isn't it? Now I'm looking for the name here, and it's the Dazzling Damask. Oh, Dazzling Damask, look at this. Now, 50% of this has already gone. Actually, I'm going to move the sheets one at a time. The designs are absolutely beautiful. Look at the quality in that. And of course, you've got that lovely satin sheen with your adorable scorable. The depth of print, the quality of the design is absolutely fantastic with that. I want that as a wallpaper. They really feel like boutique hotel wallpapers, these, don't they? They do. They're gorgeous. And you've got a fabulous amount of sheets in here. 24 350 GSM sheets, and you've got 3 of each of the designs. Absolutely stunning, these. These are opulent. They've got all of that depth. I just love them. So that is your damask. Now we're going to have a look at our Eastern charm. Now, I love a little bit of Eastern charm. I love a chinoiserie, oriental effect in cards. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a time gone, proven favourite, I think, in the card crafting world. It's definitely something that we've loved for a long time, this beautiful oriental feel. This definitely has, if you got the chinoiserie collection from Crafter's Companion, this definitely has that feel. And if you've run out of the papers, etc., and you want another card pad to go with all of those dies and toppers, etc., you got, this would be the card stack for you, I think, to support all of that stuff that you've got at home. That is I want a blouse with that on. Actually, I want a jumpsuit for the summer.
Oh, I could see you in that.
Sofa.
Yeah.
I love it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So again, beautiful designs, 24 sheets, 3 sheets of each design in here. You've got that beautiful 350 GSM quality. And don't forget, you're getting buy one, get one free on these. So all of these designs that we're showing you, you buy one and then you get one free. So you're going to get 2. Is it 2 for $7.99 then?
Look at that clear pay.
Oh my word, 2 for $7.99. That's just twigged in my head. So if you buy into, so you're getting 48 sheets of 350 GSM, adorable, scorable cardstock for $7.99 or $11.99.
You know what I've thought of as well?
Yeah.
So your first clear pay is £2.
Yeah.
So technically your first clear pay on one pack of adorable scorable is £1.
Oh my
if
gosh,
you think
yes.
of it that way.
Yes, it is. So if you're putting in, if you're shopping other stuff and you're popping it in your basket, then absolutely that is fantastic value for money. I love this.
So do I.
So there's 30% of this sold through. Has that lovely coastal feel to it, doesn't it? I absolutely love it. And these will be beautiful as card bases or as little pieces like you've just shown.
Reminds me it's home.
Well, it will. Of course it will. It's a gorgeous collection. So get that one. I love that. That's just the beautiful blues. And when you're choosing your buy one, get one free, guys, you do not have to pick 2 the same. Let me just be clear on that. So pick 2 different ones. I'd be getting 4 at least. Because if you're getting 24 sheets, this is the time when you stash up, isn't it? When you get your shelves stacked at a very reasonable price with fantastic quality cardstock that you're going to be using and crafting with for a while to come. And because cardstock is something that you use and love and then you haven't got any more, then it's brilliant to be able to really stack up when there's a fantastic deal like this on. Now this design collection is called Secret Garden, and it has got that lovely, almost, and I know it isn't, but it's kind of in the style of William Morris.
Yeah.
You know, that is that beautiful vintage wallpaper look and feel, that hand painted.
Yeah.
It's really lovely. I think it's got a time's gone by feel to it. So if you're really wanting to make those lovely nostalgic arrangements, then I think this collection is for you. And don't forget, you've got 24 sheets in here, and you've got 3 sheets of each of the designs that are in there. So 8 different designs, 3 sheets of each.
That one there you just showed, Leanne, because I always think as well when I'm doing Hunkydory, and I say this live, I always think how I can use it with my Crafter's Companion products because they work well together. Now, Sarah's signature Secret Garden, was it Nature Garden? Sarah's signature. Is it Sarah's signature?
Which one?
Secret Garden.
Secret Garden.
Yeah, because they're more of a lighter tone, but with that Secret Garden, you've got a lot more of your depth and your deeper tones. They're going to work well together. So think of it in that way too.
Absolutely, Craig. I couldn't agree more. Now, I've got licorice and terracotta here.
Do you like licorice?
Do you like licorice, Craig?
Yeah.
I love licorice. My grandma used to buy, and so all of us in the UK will know, used to buy Pontefract cakes when I was a girl. And oh my word, if you got one of my grandma's Pontefract cakes, you were the chosen grandchild, because she used to save them in a little tub and nobody was allowed to touch them. And they're like, have you had them? They're like a licorice disc. They're lovely and soft, they're beautiful. If you haven't had them, you've got to try them. Do lovely. Now, the reason we're talking about licorice at this point is we've got these fabulous duo-tone pads from Hunkydory. And now are these new?
These are not new.
Right,
nope.
Because this is the first time I've seen these, so I just thought I would check, are they new? And actually...
Genius.
I want to know how many are sold out as we're going through, because as soon as we come off, I need to go and buy some, because these are absolute. I need them for my stash. They are absolutely fantastic. We're doing licorice and terracotta, and there's 30% of this gone already. Now I'm just going to tell you, 8x8 papers with a complementary reverse side, 48 pages, 8 with 6 different double-sided tones. Absolutely phenomenal. Let me just show you what that means visually. You've got those beautiful soft colours in here, but look, this lovely almost oatmeal colour has a beautiful soft dove grey on the back. So as we go through the colours, You've got all of these lovely licorice and terracotta tones, but they've all got differing shades of that lovely, soft, complementary grey on the back. Great if you're doing paper folding. Great for using these for inserts and sides of cards. That would be fabulous. A beautiful, smooth finish to it for all of your stamping and embossing and heat embossing techniques. Ink will take to this very well as well. And I think just gorgeous for matting and layering and being very tonal. And if you've known me for a while, those of you in the UK have known me for a while, know that I love nothing more than a tonal and monotone card, many different shades of the same colour. It's my favourite thing to do. Petal Pink and Fuchsia Fizz.
Ooh.
Now look at, oh gosh, these are gorgeous. I need lipsticks in this colour. Oh, look at, oh,
wow.
I need blouses in this colour. Oh my word, this is just glorious. Now, can I just say, there's nothing Barbie about this at all. This
No.
is a very classy set of pinks in this pad. And I love this colour clashing as we go through. And of course, you've got all of those different tones in there, exactly as we had before. And I love the fact that the reverse changes in tone as you work through, which actually means it's a 2-in-1 pad. Because you can use either side or both sides for folding and techniques. I absolutely adore that. So that's your Petal Pink and Fuchsia Fizz. Now we're looking at, Rustic Charm and Vintage Grunge. Now I'm going to have to do these the right way up, I think, because you've got full designs on them. So we've got a tree on there. You can see it upside down. I'll turn it around. Now this feel is different. So these were matte. I'm just going to point that out for you. If you're buying, I want you to understand what it is. Oh, wrong way, Leanne. What you're getting. This one is matte in finish. This one has an adorable scorable feel to it. This one has a soft sheen. And if I move it, you can see that there. So these papers have a soft sheen to them, which actually feels very nice and very luxurious. So you've got beautiful designs and, oh, look at that. And the complementary colour on the back. These are gorgeous. You've got beautiful plaids in there, gorgeous opulent designs in there as well, some natural, some wood. This is great if you haven't tried grungy cards yet and you're nervous. This pad is going to do it for you, and it's going to do it in a flash, and it's going to get you out your comfort zone. That map is incredible for masculine cards. I think that's perfect. Rustic Charm and Vintage Grunge is perfect for masculine cards and trying out some grungy stuff. We've now got dark roses and polka dots. Oh, and this is also that lovely soft sheen. So the plain ones at the beginning, they were matte. These are this lovely, adorable, scorable soft sheen. Lovely designs in here. You've got that deep, dark polka dot. I want to see if you can see that. Yeah, you can. That lovely polka dot on the back, which is the complementary to these dark rose designs. Now, each one of these are $9.99 or $14.99, which is great value for money for the quality and the variety and the volume that you're getting in here. Brilliant. But also you've got 4 instalments of £2.50 if you're in the UK and you want to use your Clear Pay. So a great, again, I think these are all stash builders, Craig.
Absolutely.
I think this is about getting yourself ready for the crafty year ahead and having lots and lots of beautiful papers at your fingertips. This is Terrazzo Chic and Splendid Speckle. I love that. I love them, how they're choosing their names. And as a person who works in product development, don't underestimate the difficulty of choosing product names.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Sometimes we have to have whole 1-hour meetings.
Really?
Just to pick names, yeah. And then my team will come in and they'll go, here we go. And I'll look at them and I'll go, who picked them names? No. We need to try some new names.
I was about to say, is there any heated debates over names of products?
We never have a heated debate in our team, but we do have discussions.
Like that.
So never heated debates, but warm discussions, let's call them that. And often I just have to be the referee and put the hammer down on either side, which way we're going, because Oh, this is the same, rustic charm and dark roses and polka dots. I've got 2 of those. Pop them to the side because we don't need them. So they were all of the designs that you've got there. So don't forget you had your terrazzo chic and splendid speckle. You had your dark roses and polka dot, you had your rustic charm and vintage grunge, and you had your petal pink and fuchsia fizz and licorice and terracotta. They're all $9.99 or $14.99 and only £2.50 in your clear pay basket. Definitely stash builders for the crafty year ahead, exceptional quality. My pick of those for you, for stash builders, would be the duotone. The quality of those papers feels absolutely beautiful, and you're going to be able to use them for so many different techniques. Now, I think I need to just have a little chat with those of you who are joining in, because we haven't done that, have we? So let's see who we've got with us here. We've got Karen Evans. We've already said hello to you, Karen. You're in a Frosty Staffordshire. Hello again. Seri, now do I say that Seri or Curry? C-E-R-I. I'm going to say Seri.
Seri, yeah.
Tell me if it's wrong, or is it Kerry? Is it Kerry? Let us know how I'm saying that, because I like to get names correct. She says, good morning, team. She's managed to watch everyone this week and in Dorset, UK. Oh, thank you for joining us. We've got Alison Gold, who says, good morning to Craig from a very chilly Scotland. Ooh. So a fellow Scotland person. A fellow Scot. Who is
I've been called worse.
I'm sure you have, Craig. Card Crafty Tammy says, good morning from the Pacific Northwest. It's 12:03, it's just after midnight when Tammy messaged in. And she says, it's good to see my 2 favourite crafters, Leann Chivers and Craig Laird. I love you both so much. Well, thank you very much. That's really kind of you. Shelby, hello. Shelby says, good morning to the dynamic duo. Looking forward to the show. I'm up at 3 a.m. here in South Carolina. My word. Linny, good morning, everyone. Linny Jones says, good morning, everyone. Leann is hosting. Dots. I knew that woman could do anything. Well, Linny, thank you, but I hate to burst your bubble because I can't swim and I can't ride a bike.
Oh.
Now, I know I just have no balance. It comes down to the twirling when I was expelled from dancing school. I'm sure that's what it's all about. But thank you, Linny, that's very kind of you. Gemma Wilson loves that card, Craig. It was a beautiful card, wasn't it? The demo you've just done. Gemma Wilson thinks it's beautiful. Now, this has to be my favourite name from everybody that's messaged in this morning. Lakita Bush. I hope I've said that correct. Oh, what a fabulous name. And Lakita thinks everything is absolutely gorgeous. Well, we agree with you, Lakita. Now, let's have a chat about our next fantastic Hunkydory deal that we've got for you, which is this beautiful, delightful bird collection. I really love this, and this is another collection that I haven't seen. I'm really enjoying the show today. I'm seeing all the new things. I love this because this will make 12 cards, and you've got everything you need to make 12 beautiful cards for $14.99 or $21.99. And only $3.75 on your clear pay instalment, which is fabulous. And don't forget, you get a special price if you are a platinum member in Club Inspire as well. You get a reduced price on that. Now, the contents in here are beautiful, and this for me is what I know and love Hunkydory for over all of these years. It is beautiful card kits and decoupage sheets with this gorgeous foiling accent on there, beautiful clarity of print, exceptional artwork, fabulous foiling, and the die cutting, I have to tell you, on a Hunkydory kit, for me, is second to absolutely none, because you get none of the pips on there. You don't need to go around and trim it with a pair of scissors to get all the little lumps off. It smoothly pops out, and the designs are incredible. So you're getting those 3 sheets of toppers. You're also getting the card bases, which match, so that you can decoupage the design up on top of this card base. That fabulous 350 GSM adorable scorable in your card base makes it absolutely stunning. And so you've got all of those, 12 of those as well. 12 inserts, 12 card bases, and 12 envelopes. What more can you ask for? Really, it's a fabulous, all-encompassing kit. Everything you need in there for $14.99 or $21.99. And don't underestimate, the quality is second to none, I think, when it comes to kits like this. Now, We've also got the fabulous country collection. So if the birds aren't for you and you're more about the countryside, well then we've got a collection for you as well. Designs are beautiful, you can see them there. And you've got exactly the same content in the kit as I've just shown you with the birds. So you've got 3 sheets of toppers here, which I'm just going to show you because I think it makes it very visible. I'm going to find the card that works with that, because there it is. So there we go. So you see you've got a topper, decoupage topper set here. There's the card blank that matches that decoupage topper set. So you layer these pieces up onto that topper to get that beautiful decoupage look and feel. You've got 3 sheets of these with these gorgeous countryside scenes on them. Absolutely love those. You've got your 12 card bases with exceptional foiling detail. Let me say, really beautiful quality when it comes to foiling with Hunkydory, second to none in the business for me. And then you've got that lovely insert collection. You've got your envelope as well. So everything you need. And I believe, Craig, this is going to be the one that you're demonstrating for us first.
I am indeed, absolutely. Just to say as well, when Leann was going over how you get 3 of the die cut topper sheets, you actually get 6. So you get 6 and you get 2 of each. So within 1 sheet you get 2 designs, so then that times the 6 gives you 12 cards. So yeah,
well,
you get even more.
Craig. So I've just got 1 of each of the designs here.
Gotcha.
You get 2 of them.
There you go.
Well,
but
thank you for that,
you get
Craig.
even more for your money on that one. So what I've done is I'm going to make a card really quick, really simple, the way it's intended. So if you thought making a quick and simple card like this was really, really good, wait until you see this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this lovely cottage here, and I've popped out the centre, all die cut as Leann said, not had to trim anything, it's all done. So I'm going to fold this one over and you get the coordinated inserts. Now this is all your glossy, adorable scorable. Your inserts, this is all a mat, so you can come on, you can stamp on them if you want to, you know, you can die cut your messages on it if you want to. I've already got my tape on the back, but of course do check out our current Get It Got It Good, because this is going to be a perfect combination. Your cardstock, your layers with your tape runners. Win-win in my view. So we're going to take these ones off, and then all that I'm going to do is I'm not going to do any stamping on this one. Popping it in, and there is my insert already done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take in my actual image, and what I love, if you pop them all out like I've got here, Leann, I've already taken the backs off my foam pad, so we're all good to go on these ones. But you can use this as a standalone topper, and you can just use these ones to decoupage.
Oh, Craig.
So you're getting more for your money.
Craig, I love that. So you could actually make 24 cards.
Absolutely.
If you do that.
Yeah.
That makes it fantastic value for money, doesn't it?
It really does. And if you are someone that's got lots of card blanks at home, chop this in half. There's 1 card blank, there's another one. So you really can go a lot more, a lot further if you want to. But we're going to use them in the way that they're intended. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to give my card blank a burnish, because they all come flat, you just need to fold them. And once again, I'm going to take my tape off. This point you could be using your tape runner again, but as of course any of the additional adhesives you see me using, such as my tape and foam pad, you'll always find them on our website. So I always like to close it. I'm a little bit off centre, but you know what does that matter amongst friends? So we've got that one there. So
it's
if you want to leave it,
intention, Craig.
that's it.
An intentional offset.
Creates the shadow down the bottom. What I was going for.
Absolutely, that's what you were aiming for. Now, just while I'm interrupting eloquently there, Craig.
No problem.
Can I just remind you all to get your questions in for Craig? I want to give him a good old grilling in that part of the show. And we haven't got many coming through, and I know that's because Craig and I are so riveting in our banter and repartee that you're just enjoying watching us. But do get your questions in, because it'll be great to dig deep into the life that is Craig Laird and find out some things about him. So get your questions in, all of the juicy gossip, anything you want to know, because guys, if you know me, I'm not afraid to ask any question.
You're not.
So you get them through, and if you send them, I'll ask them. So do get them in, because it'll be great for us to sit down and have a little chat together.
Can't wait for that. It's going to be really, really good. It's going to be interesting to see what questions you come up with. Now what I'm doing here is, as I said a moment ago, I've already taken the backs off. Now this is always a good point to point out, because I say it throughout some of our crafters TV shows, but I never always show it. The backing off your foam pad or your double-sided sheets or your foam pad sheets, that's what this is. Keep a hold of it, because if you love to do your decoupage but with foam pads, it's a nice quick way. Take the backing off, stick them on here, and then it's easy just to quickly get your cards done, which you could be doing with these ones. So all that I'm doing is I'm going along and I'm layering up. So there's that one here. And of course, you can be using your glue gel if you want. It's a personal preference. So if you want to use your glue gel instead, you can do. You just need to leave that to dry. But with the foam pads, it's done. It's instant. You always get your little sentiment as well. I'm going to pop that there. And then there we go. Really quick, really simple card, the way that's intended. However, you've got the decoupage to go with it. I've used 3mm foam pads. You could use thinner if you want to. It's entirely up to you, but you've got your card blank. Really quick, really simple. That's it done.
I love that, Craig. That is a stunningly beautiful card. And Gemma Wilson, Gemma says the country houses look like a village near her called Bakewell, which is beautiful. Ooh. And I've been to Bakewell, so I can confirm that those houses do look like that. They also do a very delicious tart.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Do you like a Bakewell tart, Craig?
I do.
So do I. I love a Bakewell tart. I haven't had one for a long time, actually. I feel I may need a trip to the supermarket for a Bakewell tart at lunchtime. We'll share it. Now, we have got lots of other comments coming through, and now we've got the questions are coming through, Craig.
Okay.
We're just going to have to say none of these questions yet are going to make you blush.
Right.
So we're okay on the blush factor for now. I will check out and let you know as we go along. Stacey says, I love these kits from Hunkydory. They're fab as you get everything in them to create these beautiful cards. I just love it. Well, Stacey, so do we. Thank you very much. Christine says, morning all. I love these morning shows. Cannot wait to see what's happening today. And Evangeline Chaco, some superb names. Beautiful paper pads. And Kay, our Kay Restad, I recognise that name. Kay says, great paper pad for masculine cards, I agree. I think that was referring to that lovely 8x8 pad that we were looking at before. It was perfect for that. So keep your questions coming in. Do let us know what you're loving about the show. All of the questions for Craig. We've actually got a fabulous Get It Got It Good deal for you. And we've got a little video here to show you why it is so fabulous. So what we've got is these amazing 12 tape pens. Now you will have heard me wax lyrical about these so many times. 22 meters of tape on here. I tested 25 glues personally to get the right glue in there. It's like a wet glue in a tape pen. We are 90%, so in 2 weeks we brought a phenomenal stock in 2 weeks ago. That stock has now gone, and over 90% of that stock is gone. So for 12 tape pens for £30 or $39.50 and your £7.50 clear pays 4 payments, it is a phenomenal deal. But let me tell you, the quality of that tape pen, I can personally guarantee, is the best tape pen you will ever use, because I tested all of the glues personally, 25 of them, before we settled on the one that went in there. And it's the same glue after all of these years. And our tape pens come in and fly out, come in and fly out, because you love them so much. So get that deal while it's there. There's only 10% left. I would highly recommend you pop it in your basket today before you decide you want it and then you miss out on it. Now, we have got some gilding flakes, Craig, and I've got them here. I'm just going to reach down and get them for you to show you a brilliant deal on gilding flakes from the Prism collection from Hunkydory, and we've got, 15% of these is already gone. Now, who does not love a gilding flake in their life? They're absolutely gorgeous, and to get all 3 of these pots for £10 or $14.99, I think is ludicrous, quite frankly, because they're gorgeous. And with gilding flakes, you know, Craig, they expand, don't they, when you open the pot? So you think how much you've got in the pot, and then they poof when you open it out, and you've got to put them in another pot because there's so many in there. And you only need a small amount when you're using them. It's surprising how long they last you. So to get 3 of those pots, of those beautiful colours there, you've got your copper, your silver, and that beautiful classic That beautiful classic gold. They're absolutely lovely. Fabulous deal at £10 or $14.99. We have got them individually on our website if you only want one pot. If you've run out of one colour, do go and shop the show and see the individuals on there if you don't want to take advantage of the deals that we've got. Of course you can do that. But to get these for 4 payments of £2.50 on ClearPay, and of course don't forget you'll get your platinum member price, which would be far less than the £10 or $14.99 if you want to, then that is also an option for you. Craig, what are you going to be doing with the gilding flakes?
Well, I thought in the next demonstration we're going to be using the little book of toppers, so I thought what we'd incorporate is our gorgeous frame nesting dies that launched yesterday.
Oh.
And we're going to go, I showed you a really quick and simple card not that long ago, but then what we're going to do is show you that if you are advanced, you can then absolutely do it. Leanne, I just absolutely adore Gilding flakes. I love them.
I know you do, don't you?
Yeah.
You're definitely king of the Gilding flake. I think I've watched a lot of your demonstrations when you use them, and I'm often sat, because I have the television screen on in my office at work, so I often have that on in the office. I could be sat working away and then I'll get distracted like a magpie watching one of those demonstrations and I'll be,
Can I just say as well, you'll need to ask Shay that works on your team. When he came to me with Enchanted Dreams, I have, and you guys at home, you can vouch for me, I have banged on and on and on about a stay sticky glue, not tacky glue, a stay sticky glue with a sponge and Gilding flakes. And when he came to me, this was actually before I had to take a bit of time off, and he says, look what we've got coming out. Oh my gosh, I just about collapsed with excitement.
It's great, isn't it? I mean, and it's a lovely little kit, it really is, and it works perfectly. So if you've got that, it'll work great with these Gilding flakes for you, if you've still got that in your stash at home. Now, I just wanted to remind you about that Book of Toppers deal, which is our morning must-have, of course. Fabulous deal where you've got 3 books of 60 toppers, 180 toppers in total, and those 3 different themes where you've got the floral, the cats, and the enchantment set. And we've seen how Craig used that in his first demonstration, which was absolutely gorgeous. Just to show you quickly the designs in those toppers, why not? And I'll be very very quick with this one for you. So we'll do a quick look through. If you're just joining us and you didn't see the designs first thing this morning, then we'll show you them again now. And you can see beautiful designs. Look, this is my favourite pussy cat in this collection, I have to say. Naughty cat. Cute kittens. I'm going to call them cute.
Yeah.
Cute kittens. Definitely very cute cat. Grumpy cat. Cute kitten. More cute kittens. And that's very Lady in the Tramp, actually, because there's that sort of, we are Siamese, if you please, da 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 da. Yeah, I mean, I'm not Ben, but I try my best. Actually, the grumpy cat topic, can I just say, I have got a friend that I would send that to with some choice words inside, and she would absolutely appreciate it because she is a grumpy cat. And she would love it, and I just think it's great to have that in there because it does raise a smile. There will be someone you can think, oh, I know who that's for, it's perfect. These florals are exquisite, and always, I say, make 3 times the florals if you're selling for yourself, for charity, whatever it is, because they're always the first cards to go because they're the easiest to send. Everybody loves a flower. Beautiful designs in there. And then I think your point, Craig, for the enchantment set earlier, where you said about these being great for that kind of teenage, enchanted look and feel, I think that was perfect actually for me, because these are really, really lovely. And enchanted designs like this have been so popular for so many years in the craft industry. But of course, what you've got now is, I will learn to turn it the right way. It's when it's back to front and upside down, isn't it? It's been so popular in the craft industry for so many years, and I think will be for years going forward. And what you've got in these books is the quality of Hunkydory's print, their cardstock, their die cutting and their foiling. And to get 60 of those for $23.90, 60 toppers, 3 books, 60 toppers for $23.98 or $35.98 with a clear pay installment of only £6 if you're in the UK, I think is great value for money. And it's a good way to just get lots of cards done that look phenomenal very quickly, I think, Craig, don't you?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, yeah. So whether, as Leanne said, really quick, really simple, but it's nice. But then think of them as tags. Pop them out, maybe punch a little hole, there's your tag as well. So, you know, not necessarily just for cards.
Now, your next demo, Craig, that's going to be using our next topper pad collection, isn't it?
I am indeed.
Are you ready, Craig?
I am ready.
Craig's ready. Let's go for it.
Let's go with my Gilding flakes. So I'm going to be using the Floral Wishes within this one here. Now, when Leanne pointed out as well, with your Gilding flakes, they do expand. Now, just to point out, this is more than one container in my tub here. But when you get yours, do invest in a container, you know, £1, $1, something like that, because I absolutely guarantee you that you will not get them back in that original container because they expand. So I'm going to be using the silver ones. Now what I've done is I've taken an 8x8 card blank, but I've chopped it down to 5.5 by 7.5 where my fold is at the top, because I do like a top fold card. Then what I've done, 5.25 by 7.25, I've taken one of the duo paper pads that we can see
now,
here.
Just because you mentioned those duo paper pads, Craig,
Yeah.
I need to just tip in and let you
Go
know
for
that
it.
the duo paper pads and the adorable scorable pads, they're going fast. So you've got buy one, get one free, mix and match on the adorable scorable packs of card, and then those duo papers are also going fast. So if you've got them in the basket and you're waiting, I'd get them checked out if I was you. Don't be disappointed. Fabulous deals. And
Yep.
I thought just at this point, Craig, when you're mentioning it, it'd be good to let everybody know that we are looking at them going very,
Absolutely.
very fast. So get checked out.
And this is why, because sometimes you want a background, for instance, your toppers. Now I know at home, you've got lots of cardstock and pattern papers at home, but say you didn't, they're going to work so well with your little book. You've got your core colours, but then you've got your pattern papers as well. Now these launched yesterday, so I'm not going to die cut them, but so you can see, this one is the Turin, and what I've done is, I'm not going to use these, I'm going to use my Gilding flakes, but I just wanted to show you how well that they all work from the duo paper pad. So you can simply die cut this one. So if you've got a lovely little frame at home, whether you got our launch day collection or others, pop your topper in the middle.
Craig, that's all you have to do for me.
Yeah.
That is stunningly beautiful.
Add a sentiment, hashtag launch day, Wednesday next week, little books, to a special granddaughter. But it could be, you know, any relation. But keeping it very simple. Say you wanted to go one step further. I've done it again. This one was using from the duo. This one is using the...
Oh, Craig. News coming in. Dazzling Damask, adorable, scorable, sold out and gone. It's gone. So please take this warning seriously.
Yeah.
Those card packs are flying out. The Dazzling Damask is gone, so if you wanted that, can't get that one. But there are all of those other fabulous ones there that we showed you.
Right.
So please go and shop the show. Go and get those in your basket. Don't forget they're the buy one, get one free with those card packs. And, I mean, don't hang about, because the last warning, Dazzling Damask just went.
Yeah.
So the others will all start to go very quickly. Sorry, Craig.
Fab. No, please do, because yeah, you want to get a hold of them. So what I've done with this one is I've created a drop shadow. Now usually when I do a drop shadow, I come down to the bottom right hand side. But I was actually watching Debbie Fisher last week, and what she done, I thought, gosh, I've never thought to do that, is I die cut it. This one is the Splendid Speckle. But what I've done is I've chopped it in half and then extended that slightly, so it gives you a different drop shadow look. So of course I'm not going to stick this one together because I'm going to use my Gilding flakes in a moment, but it's a nice way to advance it that little bit more. It still die cuts beautifully with our dies, so let's pop that in. And the reason I chose that colour is because I've taken some of those tan yellowy colours from the centre of the florals, and then once again we can pop it like that, and that's it done. But let's get into the fun. Let's go in. So what I've already done beforehand, white smooth stamping card and our double-sided adhesive sheets. This is the backing that I keep to do my foam pad layers on. And I've already die cut this one out. Same plate configuration, but I did add my metal shim because you've got your cardstock, you've got your adhesive layer, and you've got your plastic layer. So I'm now going to come in with my Gilding flakes here. Now, as I say, you know, this is more than one container, but you get loads. Once you've emptied it, it goes on for, well, a long time.
Yeah, because you don't have any waste, do you,
No.
Craig? You collect everything that you brush off back into your tub.
Yeah.
And then you just use it again and again. That's what I love about it there. So
You do.
always, sometimes with embossing powder, you waste a little bit because you try to get it back in the tub, you miss it, it sticks to the paper, you can't get it off. You know, so sometimes you do, you know, nature of the beast, waste a little bit, but I don't think you do with a Gilding flake, Craig.
No, I completely agree. The only way that you waste it is if you have a fan on,
Yeah.
you sneeze, you cough, or,
Air
you know,
conditioning.
yeah, anything like that. But then, you know, you can just pop it together. Now, I love doing this bit. What I like to do is I just like to bung it in. So whether it's a die cut piece, whether it is a full layer, and at first you're thinking, oh gosh, look at that.
Doesn't that make your heart happy, Craig?
It's lovely. And then
So
what?
therapeutic, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's so therapeutic. So therapeutic. I've taken a little sponge, which if you did get the Gilding Flakes kit from Enchanted Dreams, you get one in there. What I would say is, if you don't happen to have one just now, but you've got the Gilding Flakes, you could use the darker side of your blending foam pads. If you're using something from the kitchen, please, when it comes to a sponge, please don't use the scoury side, which is like the green side, because you're just going to scratch your Gilding Flakes. You don't really want that look. You want that nice, it is a smooth look, but on the other hand, you've got these patches of flakes. And what I love about these ones is when you first start to use them, you've got your larger flakes that you can start to see, Leanne.
Yeah.
But the more and more that I do this over time, the bits get smaller and smaller. You still keep them, you still use them, but you start to get a different effect.
You do.
And I love it.
Craig, this is how, well, you can tell me what I am. This is how pedantic I am, I suppose you could say. I was going to use another word and I can't, not on live TV. This is how pedantic I am. I have got 2 pots for all of my Gilding flakes. I've got one with the full flakes and one where I put my scrapings.
Right.
And then depending on the effect I want, or if I want to mix the 2 together, then I'll do that. So that I can choose if I want the big flake look
Brilliant.
or the very small, dusty look, if you like. Because when you, like you say, when you put them back in, that all gets mixed in together and it changes over time, doesn't it?
It does.
So if you don't want that, if you're okay with that, that's fine. But I like to have a pot with my full flakes.
That is
and
such
a pot
a
with
good
my
idea.
dusty off bits.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, because the dusty off bits are good for like edging when you
Yeah.
need to see the full flake effect. But when you're doing something like you've got there, that full flake effect's what you want, isn't it?
It does. It really, really does. And in actual fact, Leanne, if I show you this just now, look at that. Isn't
Gorgeous.
that just gorgeous? But your dusted look, what that would be really good for is, let's take a piece of white smooth stamping card. Let's take
Yeah,
our tape runner.
yeah.
And then if I just pop this back in, now you can do it with your full flakes,
Yeah.
but if you're wanting to do your foam mats and layers without using your cardstock or that powder would be absolutely spot on with your tape runner that we can see here.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, I'm going to take that tip and I'm going to start to do that myself
there you go.
because I like that. Really good. Now this is what I mean, you'd be careful and you take up your little bits and pop them back in the box. I'm going to pop them to the side for now. And then all that I'm going to do is, let's take our tape runner for this one, and I'm going to go round the edges. So we can go in, and then as I say, so this layer, which is 5.5 by 7.5.
Craig,
What's that?
Craig,
Aha,
the Get It Got It Good, the tape pens, they're going fast.
not surprised.
So I've just been told how many of those bundles of 12 we've got left, and there is not enough to go around.
Is there not?
So I'm going to give the warning, the same warning. I mean, they definitely won't last a week. I'd be surprised if we're talking about them tomorrow, to be honest. So I would say, along with the warning on the adorable scorable cardstock, which is buy one, get one free, get your Get It Got It Good, because the pen deals, the tape pen deals, they're flying too, Craig.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised in the slightest. So what I went and done there, Leanne, is I did do my drop shadow the way that I tend to do it. So I've pulled it down to the bottom right hand side with that black, and I'm going to set this one on. When it comes to our frame dies, our delicate nesting dies, which these ones are, you can use your adhesive to pop these ones down completely. I like to leave the outside, that free flowing. You know, you get that extra bit of dimension, movement as well. So it's well secure within the middle, but you know, you've got whether it's sitting. So if I go front on just now, the moment, thank you, Nicola. When you've got, if it's on the mantelpiece or somewhere sitting, you know, you're getting a little bit of depth, you know, not just from the topper that we're ready to do in a moment, but you've got from the edges as well. So, you know, decide for yourself. If you want to completely flatten it, you absolutely can. But please don't think as though all layers have to be completely flat, because they don't.
So, Craig, Becky Betts, she says, Craig, I'm loving your idea of using the topper with the frame. Very elegant.
Brilliant, thank you. It works. It works really, really well. So I'm glad that you like that idea. So what I'm doing is, let's take that Rogue foam pad here. As it always says, well, if you want to take your glue gel instead, you can. And then all that I'm doing is I'm going to go in, is taking my sentiment, I'm going to pop it there. If you wanted to put a couple of gems, pearls, a little bit of a bow or something, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it like that. So that's still from our book of toppers, but now what we've done is we've brought in our background dies, our matte and layer dies, our nesting dies, our delicate dies, anything like that one. So this is a really good alternative. If you now, you've seen me, and I've done it last week, I've done it the other day, I'll do it next week as well, using your die cuts and using our foil press with them. But if you've not got a foil press just now, maybe you can't quite invest, double-sided adhesive sheets, Gilding flakes, done.
Job's done. And Craig, that is one of the most elegant cards I think I've seen in quite a while. I absolutely love that effect. It was beautiful. And so much love in the comments for that Gilding flake demonstration. They're flying through, and I think you can tell by the quality of that card. So, Bubble and Squeak says, Craig, I've never used my Gilding flakes. This demo is really helpful as a technique.
Fab.
And if you get your Gilding flakes out as a result, job's done, isn't it, Craig? We've inspired you, absolutely.
It really is.
Becky says, great tip, Leanne, to separate the Gilding flake sizes. Thank you. Panda Craft says, I'm saving ice cream tubs up for my Gilding flakes for when I sort my crafting gear out. Brilliant idea, because you don't have to buy the expensive tubs. And also, you get to eat the ice cream, which is really diligent preparation in terms of organising your Gilding flakes. I'm all over that. And Panda, I'm taking that tip and I'm going to buy all of the ice cream tonight. Thank you. We've got Crafting Stacey on YouTube who says, it's amazing seeing Leanne back on our screen. Well, thank you, Stacey. It's an absolute pleasure to be here and to be able to spend time with some of my favourite people in the world. So thank you very much for that. Now, please don't hang around, because the adorable scorable is literally flying out, and that's on the buy one get one free deal that we've got for you, which is phenomenal. And then our Get It Got It Good, they have gone down in number since the last time I warned you, because you know how good that deal is on those tape pens. Please do get them. In the meantime, if you don't know what Club Inspire is all about, if you're wondering what we're talking about here at Craft Chat Create when I talked to you about platinum discounts and Club Inspire, well, we've got a little video. We're going to have a little break where you can find out all about it. Here we are.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook. where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Oh my word, it is so busy and I'm so happy because it means that you're watching, you're enjoying, you're spotting the fantastic deals. Just during that 2 little minute video, Club Inspire, in my opinion, the best craft club in the world. So do join. And can I just remind you, because I really only appreciated this morning, and I'm an employee of Crafters Companion, you'd think I would know it, that for your first order, if you're not in Club Inspire, your first order with us, you get 20% off. Which is, you get the platinum discount on that first order. I don't know why that hadn't computed in my head, but it hadn't. And of course you get your 250 points, which gets you on your journey and means that you automatically start getting 5% off everything. Then exactly as the video is showing you, all of those savings are going to be at your fingertips. Please do join. It is the best club in the crafting world, in my opinion. Now, and Craig's opinion as well. Craig just said, and his too. So there you go. These two opinions for today are the only two that matter. And so if we think so, then you'll think so when you join. Now, we've also got this fabulous deal for you today with the 5x7 gorgeous jigsaw die, and it's a really good deal that we've got for you here today. These jigsaw die, now you haven't seen this since November, so it's a good time for you to be getting it if you didn't get it the last time. I underestimated the power of a jigsaw die. When we created this product, we talked about it, we thought it would be nice, we thought we'd sell a few of you would like them. Underestimated that hugely, because in your tens of thousands, you've loved our jigsaw dies. So to have it back for you, I think on this deal is fantastic. You're getting the brilliant die that you can see here, and it's our deeper cut die, and it's that lovely irregular pattern that you've got there, a bit like crazy paving, and you can see there with the little pieces exploded out what that's going to look like for you. And this is cut on mount board. So in the collection, not only are we giving you that fantastic jigsaw die, but we're giving you 10 sheets of this mount board to create these amazing jigsaws. Now on these, Craig's going to show you, demonstrations on jigsaw dies that always blow your mind fantastic. Put your photographs on them, write on them, draw on them, stamp on them. Actually, my favourite thing now is get your child, if you're the mother or father, to draw a picture for grandparents on there, cut it up and give grandparents a little jigsaw of I love you grandma in a card. That would make my that would make my life, never mind my birthday. So it's that kind of real personal thing you can do with these. We're also giving you a set of fabulous stamps to work with them. Your 10 sheets and your jigsaw die, and you've got that for £29.99 or $39.95. You're saving 30% on that deal, which is great. And for 4 clear pay payments of £7.50 if you're in the UK, I mean, why would you not? Marry me. It's not a question, it's a suggestion for the jigsaw die. But you could, couldn't you? You could absolutely do that and send it, and it would be great. There are so many uses for these, I think, which is why they have been so popular. Would you agree, Craig?
100%. Around this, you just said there, the way that you can use them, I love that idea with a little bit of the picture as well. What I actually posted it on my Facebook. This was last year when my best friend and her husband had Reva, their little girl. They sent me a picture. What I actually done is I printed it out, then done it with my jigsaw die, and then I created my card topper using the picture of Reva, but in that jigsaw form. So yeah, all these different ways that you can do them as well. Don't just think of them as usable jigsaws, which they are, but you've got these different concept ways you can use too.
Thank you, Craig. I absolutely agree. I just think it's a phenomenal product. Completely underestimated how popular it was going to be when we designed it, and so we've had to do several reorders. You haven't seen this since November, so now is definitely a good time to get it, especially on a 30% saving deal. We've had a question from Bubble and Squeak, and Bubble and Squeak wants to know what size is the adorable scorable card, because it tells you the design and the number of sheets and how many sheets you get, but the size isn't referenced on the website or on the graphic perhaps. It's A4 in size, so that's the UK paper sizing, which is 11 3/4 by 8 1/4, thereabouts when it comes to inches. You can cut it down into a 5.5 square card very well if you're in the USA, and you can also cut it down into your quarter size as well, or you can get your 5 3/4. So it's really good standard card size for folding in half, trimming and getting some nice standard card bases. And then the little bit you've got left over for your matting and layering is brilliant for your little accents and what have you on the edges of the card. So A4 in size to answer Bubble and Squeak's collection. And while we do that, let me tell you, still flying out. So buy one, get one free, £7.99, crazy price, isn't it? And you're going to get 2 packs of that for £7.99, which is your 24 sheets, so 48 sheets in total, and you're not having to pick 2 the same. You can mix and match across the range, and the damask is already gone. In the duo pads that we had, the licorice and terracotta is the most popular, and that's looking oh, it's gone. Gone. Oh my goodness, is it gone? So,
wow.
So like 2 minutes ago you told me it was popular and it was looking dangerous, and now it's gone. So licorice and terracotta gone. Have a look at the other one. The pink one is perfection, in my opinion. Have a look at that and see if you want that one. I think the message here is these cardstocks, all of these cardstock deals from Hunkydory are flying out. They're very popular. You're shopping them and you're checking them out so that you don't lose out. If you're looking, if you're sitting on the fence, get off the fence, get in your basket, get it checked out, because you don't want to be disappointed at the end. It is definitely the time to get your stash ready for the coming crafting year.
Absolutely.
Craig,
yes.
Should we have a look at your demonstration now?
Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Let's do it. I'm ready.
So can you remember the gladiators, Craig?
Contenders,
Contenders ready. Craig, ready.
Gladiators, you will go on my first whistle.
Oh my gosh, you do the whistle correct.
Yeah,
I'm
whistle.
so excited. Oh, whistle.
Yeah, well, because it was contender, you will go on my first whistle.
Oh, I love that programme.
Yeah, oh, I did. Yeah, the original one.
Who was your favourite gladiator back in the day?
Easily. If I could do a cartwheel like she would, I would do it, but it was Jet.
Oh,
I love Jet.
I was a Wolfman girl.
I could see, Who's afraid of the big... I bet you, if you were in the audience, you'd be that one there with the big foam finger.
Yeah,
who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd be there.
I bet you were.
I love that programme. So, Craig, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go for it. So we're going to use our 5x7 jigsaw die. What I wanted to say as well, you know how you get these jigsaws where it's like grass or baked beans or anything like that? What about the adorable scorable that Leann just had, like the waves? Could you imagine that? A little bit of a game, the adorable scorable. There you go.
I love that idea, Craig.
Keep the kids quiet or the husband quiet for a few hours.
Yes, and then to make sure that they do it and don't get sick of it, there's a prize at the end if they achieve it.
Yeah.
So it keeps them quiet for 2 hours, and then they can have a little biscuit or something at the end of it.
Absolutely.
Nothing like a bit of bribery.
There you go.
I don't think it's a recommended parenting style, but it worked for me.
Yeah. And it works for a lot of my friends as well that's got kids. So, hey ho, here we go. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to combine it with the Be Beautiful collection, which is just absolutely beautiful, if I do say so myself. Now, I've already attached with my demos the images to the mount board, but I just want to show you, there is kind of, well, in some ways, in my opinion, there's 3 ways that you could attach your photo to your mount board. So, got cardstock, you've got your photo, you've got your image, whatever it is that you would like to die cut, and we've got the mount board as well. So you do have a couple of choices, or a few choices. You could be either using, it's the wrong lid on that one, not the repositional but one. You want to use the permanent one. That does say repositional and they've got the wrong grid. So I'm not going to put that on. I will sort that later. So either using your permanent spray, you could use your tacky glue. If you're using your tacky glue, please do not put a lot on. You literally need a smidgen of a coverage when it comes to your tacky glue. Alternatively, you could use your double-sided adhesive sheets as well. Because it is, basically, it's a mixed media dye, it's going to go through the layers as well. So you do have those options if you want to when it comes to them. But as I say, I've already got mine done so that it was dried. I used the tacky glue. So what I'm going to do within this one here is I'm going to go in with my image. So I've taken a piece of the paper, which is 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. I've popped it onto my mount board, but all that I've done is I've taken one of the stamp sets that says "You're the bee's knees." So although we're creating a jigsaw, you can still come in, you can add your stamp sentiments, you could add your inks, you could add your spray and sparkles, you can still do these even though you're away to go over them with a jigsaw die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it on like I would do a normal die, and I am going to secure it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my tape at the side here and here. So if I just sit that there. Now when it comes to these ones here, it is a change in configuration with your plates, and it is going with your mixed media plates. So base cutting plate, I'm going to pop my die as normal, facing down, plastic shim, and then your top plate. I am, even when it comes to the mixed media dies, where possible, I'm still always using my Gemini Junior. You know how much I adore my Junior. If you've got your large A4 Gemini, absolutely no problem at all.
Craig, can I interrupt? I'm so sorry. I know I'm being a very rude person.
Not at all.
The Ocean Waves Adorable Scorable, over 50% gone. So you're taking my warning seriously, and it's just flying out. So please, if you're interested in those adorable scorables, please do go shop the show, check out your baskets, because they're not going to hang around forever.
No.
And remember, the last one I warned you about went very quickly. So $7.99 a pack, buy one get one free, 48 sheets for $7.99, phenomenal value for money, and you're not stuck to getting two the same. You can mix and match across the ones that are left on the website. Go and have a look and do check out your basket.
Fantastic, absolutely. And the designs that you are going to be using, you know, if you're not using them on a daily basis, you're certainly going to be using them, you know, on a weekly basis, or I'm thinking with the Ocean Waves as well, if you've got your precious memories or your big scrapbook dies, you know, you can then start to use if they've been to the beach or been on your little caravan holiday or something like that, and you can be using them as the backgrounds instead. But here we go, I've got my outside, and you know what, if you line that up a little bit better than I have, you've got an outer frame as well that you could be using. But all that I'm going to do, I love this bit as well, this is the therapeutic bit for me as well. Let's just unwrap my tape. So I'm going to take that one here, and then I love just to pop them out, Leanne.
Do you?
Yeah, I love that.
Now, what's your top tip? So, because you know what I did, Craig, the
What's
first
that?
time I did one? I got excited. I mean, you don't believe for 1 second, do you, at home, that I could get excited about it?
Not at all.
I'm so just, you know, not at all expressive. I got very excited and I went... And then it took me another 2 hours to work out where all the pieces went.
Oh. Yeah. Well, actually,
What do you
no. I'm okay on this one.
Are you?
Because this is actually going to be a workable jigsaw you're going to give to someone.
Okay. Because this was one that I was assembling on the front of a card with a couple of pieces
Well,
exploded.
my next one, I'm going to have to think of that, yeah.
Yeah, so just bear that in mind when you're doing it at home. Learn by our mistakes, because it can take you like, oh. So actually what I did then, Craig, I sprayed, should I tell you what I did?
Yeah, please.
I sprayed my glass mat with a light mist of stick and spray.
Yeah.
I put my jigsaw down on it, lifted the jigsaw up, and they were all in place, and then I picked them up and put them on the card.
Good
so
idea.
that I didn't have to work them out for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's just something to bear in mind.
Yeah.
If you're gifting it like that, doesn't matter. 'Cause
Doesn't
that's
matter,
for the
no.
person who you send it to work it out. But if you're putting it on the front of something as a decoration,
That's a really
bear
good
it in
idea. Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, and definitely. Well, we'll look to do that in the next demonstration for sure. Still using our Be Beautiful collection. So what I've done, I've already created my box to start with, and my cardstock, we have cut this to 9.5 inches by 7.5 inches. Done this in this gorgeous pearlescent yellow. Done the same within black, we can see here, and I've scored at 1 inch all the way around. So box lid side, box base side, and I've cut my notches out. This is going to be my box lid, so I've already got a matte layer of black, which is 5, and let me just check for you at home, 7.25 by 5.25. So what I'm going to do with my tape runner, I'm going to go
Craig,
round the
I'm so
edges.
pleased you've mentioned the tape runner. I'm interrupting again, I'm sorry.
No,
I mean,
don't
everybody's going to
worry.
be like, can somebody shut that woman up? She's interrupting all the time. Honest, we've lost another, gosh, 3-figure sets of the Get It Got It Good. 3 figures. We've lost that many since the last time I told you
Wow.
about it. They're really not going to be lasting a couple of days, never mind a week. So for the Get It Got It Good, for those tape pens, really they are probably going to be gone today. Yeah, I would agree wholeheartedly. I just think they're not going to last. It's
No.
such a Get It Got It Good deal. 2 weeks ago, we brought in tens of thousands, and we're down to the not very many left at all. So if you're in the market for getting your stash sorted, the thing is, you're never not going to use a tape pen. That's never going to be a bad investment. So I would get them while we've got them on this exceptionally good deal, because they are going very quickly.
And you've just said there, exceptionally good deal. Leanne, these are key items that we use all the time. We don't have to put them on a deal here.
No?
We would sell these at full price, day in, day out, no problem at all. But you've seen from these ones, as well as items that you'll have seen on either a cartload or even a craft vault with Debbie the other day. We like to bring older collections at a good deal, but we'll still bring relatively new items, things that you're going to use on a daily basis, such as a tape runner, because we know that's what you're going to use. So absolutely stock up, that's for sure. But got my box ready to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop these bits in. Now, the reason that I've made it bigger than I need to is what I would do at home is I would also make a coordinated card that then can sit inside as well. So you've got that option. Alternatively, you could make the box slightly smaller. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my topper. And once again, I'm going to go in.
You're the sneaky peek in the Be Beautiful there, Craig.
Absolutely, sneaking it in.
I love that range.
It is absolutely. That and chinoiserie, and I think the product development team absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
I will pass that on to both Rachel and Ruth, who are the designers on those two developments, because they did do a phenomenal job. Thank you, Craig.
Not surprised. Not surprised.
Oh, okay, right. Now, Craig, the adorable scorable. So the ocean waves, was that 70%? 70% gone of the ocean waves. So 20%, it was 50% minutes ago, and now it's 70% sold through. So you are loving the adorable scorable card packs. 24 sheets for £7.99, buy one get one free, which means you're getting 48 sheets for £7.99. And what are the dollars for that? £7.99 and $11.99. Thank you for that. And of course, you've got your clear pay option on there as well. So don't hang around. Get yourself on, shop the show, get those deals. Do your choosing. You don't have to pick two of the same. You can pick two different and just get them checked out because they're not hanging around, Craig. And as we're watching your demonstration, people are shopping the show and getting their deals nailed, which is great, but it means that you might be disappointed if you wait till the end, so don't wait.
Don't wait at all. Do not wait. But there we go. So I tied it to show how you can make a really quick, simple box. And this is what it was intended with the first one, to show you quick and simple what you can do with a jigsaw. It was the 5x7 jigsaw, but make a little gift box. It is with all the honey pot, but what you could do, as Leann said, it could be with the kids, the grandkids, could be with the dog or something. You know, do you know what I've thought of?
What have you thought?
Can you imagine if you're going to tell your parents or grandparents or that you're going to have a baby?
Put the scan on!
Yeah. Print it out, 5x7, put it onto the mount board, then cut it, and there's a gift.
Craig, as a grandparent and a grandparent can be, I can tell you there would be no better gift. Yes, Craig.
Yeah. So you've got all these ideas. So just think of, do you need to tell someone something really good and exciting? Why not do it in a jigsaw form? All you need is your printer. Print something out, a picture, a photo, you type it out. You know, I'm taking you to London for the weekend. We're going to do this, that, the next thing. Print it out, white smooth stamping card, onto your mount board, die cut it out.
My gosh, and now I've had another. So if you really want to live life on the edge, let's say that you've found out you're expecting and you didn't know. And it's a surprise for your partner. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Making the jigsaw and writing on that, "Hi Daddy, hi Mummy."
Yeah. Or an updated version of gender reveal.
Yes! Oh yes! Craig, all the ideas. I love these jigsaw dies.
So do I.
You know what it does? It takes you on a real creative journey, doesn't it, where you start to think about all of the different ways you're going to be able to use them, all the different messages you're going to be able to tell in a very unique and creative way, and that's what you'll start doing when you get it home, don't you think, Craig?
Absolutely. Already now that I'm thinking of them, I'm thinking of the other ones as well. And you're going to be exactly the same at home. You're going to be doing that. You're going to be thinking, right, what can I die cut in a jigsaw form? What can I do? There's just so many different ways. Keep it very, very simple like I done there. Pattern papers that you got at home, adorable, scorable, but then go in and your photos. And do you know what I would say as well? When I do mine with photos, I do it on photo paper, but I do get the inexpensive photo paper. So I don't go for like the £30 packs or that, you know. I don't go for the pound packs either. I go for around about the £5 packs, print them out, and then die cut beautifully as well, perfectly as well with the junior.
Well, let me just remind you of that fantastic deal then, because it is phenomenal, and I love what Craig's just done there using that beautiful collection. I'm going to have a little chat with some of your comments because some gorgeous ones coming through, some great ideas as well. But just to remind you of that deal, which is absolutely fantastic, you are getting the brilliant deep jigsaw die in that collection, and it really does cut effortlessly, as you've just seen our Craig show you, for $29.99 or $39.95, 4 instalments of £7.50. It's phenomenal value for money, and of course if you're a platinum member or any other member, you're going to get your 5, 10, 15 or 20% discount on that price. You've also got that collection of stamps, and I've lost my stamps. Here they are. Your collection of stamps and your 10 sheets of quality mount board, knock test the lot. Move my glasses so you don't see them. Absolutely brilliant. Now, that is great at the 5x7, but we've also got another deal for you, which is the Pro. So we've got the large 10x8 the large 10x8 jigsaw here, which works on the Pro. Now I'm just thinking about the size of our Gemini plates. Craig, I think could you pass me a Gemini plate, please, Craig? Yes, yeah. A large one, because I just want to test it, because we say it works with the Pro, and it was designed to work with the Pro, but I just want to see, yeah, I thought as much. Look, so if you've got a Gemini at home, it fits on your plate. So you're going to be able to use look, because I can put the plate over the top of it and there's overlap space. So it might not go with the mount board on the Gemini. You might need to do something and then layer it up. But you know what? I'd be giving that a go, Craig.
Absolutely.
It fits. So I don't think you're limited to the Pro with this. I think if you've got your Gemini and you want a big die, then you can absolutely go for it. I know when we designed it, when we developed it, we did test them on the Gemini and they worked in our office. It very much depends on the thickness of the photo paper you're putting on the mount board. Let's put it that way. So a thinner photo paper or a thinner decoration on top of the mount board will make that work for you. So you've got that for $49.99 or $59.95, the 10 by 8 large size. And you've got 4 instalments at $12.50 on your ClearPay with that. And of course, you've got all of your discounts if you're in the club. Your sheets of mount board and your stamps. The entire same collection as the previous one, but it's the much bigger Jigsaw. And Craig, I believe you've got an example of how you've used that larger Jigsaw die.
Well, I've got a few of them just here at the side.
Oh, Craig's gone to get them
I've
for
gone
us.
to get, so we've got, now remember our colouring pads that we've done as well. Another prime example to show you how it doesn't just have to be with photos or images or that. If you want to die cut your backgrounds as well, that we can see here. Oops, oh well, we'll show you that one anyway. But what we're also going to do now, we won't have time to do this on this show here, but what I will do at some point over the next few days, I'll do a Facebook Live from home and we'll complete this one. I'm not going to take it out my packaging at the moment. But what we'll do, so between now and the end of the weekend, what I'll do is I'll do a Facebook Live from home. I'll let you know on my Facebook page when I'm doing it, and we'll do that at home. That's using the larger one. So again, see, what I loved about this one as well is creating a frame with the Jigsaw die as well. So you don't have to use it all. You can use selective parts and then start to do that tumbling look as well. So you've got frames, you've got, you know, detail around the sides, but it's a lovely die. They both are, they're great.
Well, I thought we'd have a look at some comments, Craig, because we've got so many comments coming through. So much love for you and I together on this show, which is lovely to hear, isn't it? Not often I get to come this side of the screen, and I'm really enjoying spending time with Craig. So thank you for all of those lovely messages. I've got loads of questions coming through, Craig. Brilliant. Now, please do go, but none of them are juicy. So can we get some good, come on, more questions ready for our our grilling session. Get all of those through. Sandra Dundas on YouTube, she says, I heeded your warning, Leanne, and have checked out my Hunkydory. Well done, Sandra. Then we've got Stacey. Stacey says that she loves that idea that you've got with your gilding flakes. Dolly Dimple, oh bless you. Dolly Dimple, I love that name. It's just the best, isn't it? Dolly Dimple on YouTube, she says, we need to clone Leanne. I'm loving seeing her back on this side of the camera, but we still need her to continue with amazing product design. And then I need to sleep sometimes. You're quite right, Dolly, quite right. But thank you, that is a wonderful compliment and I really appreciate it. Andrea Curtis says she loves all of the jigsaw dies. She has them all. The abstract one, so she's the only one she hasn't got is the abstract one. It's going in a basket today. Well done, Andrea. Christine Mahoney says, good morning, everyone. I've made a bunch of the larger puzzles, but I have all of the smaller ones too. I love them, which is brilliant. Rachel, social media superstar today. Rachel made her 10-year-old jigsaws of her cat and it kept her occupied for hours apparently. So that's good to know, and that's exactly what we've been talking about, isn't it? Sandra Dundas again on YouTube. Sandra says, Leanne, there's nothing wrong with the positive reinforcement method of child rearing, just most of us are honest enough to call it bribery with lots of laughy faces. I'm with you on that one, Sandra. Katie Easel says, as a retired midwife and having the blessing of telling people I was having twins back in the day, how awesome. We agree. I think the ideas are just flying through with those jigsaw dies, Craig. Everybody is absolutely loving them. And I believe you've got another little demonstration for us with the small jigsaw die.
I do indeed. So I thought what we'll do with this one is, I thought, let's do a photo of me. So it was not that long. I was one of those many, that done the 12-week shielding. So not that long after that, I was determined to get out. And I had never been, as we can see here, in the photo. I've never ever been, oh my gosh, the name's just totally gone out my head.
Oh, the
Angel of the North.
Angel of the
Oh my
North.
gosh. I'm like, Nicola, please help me out here. Please say I'm slowing down to get the help there. Yeah. Angel of the North. I pass it all the time if I'm going into Newcastle or going home, but I've never been. Seen it on the TV, and I went into the Angel of the North. And it was actually, I remember as well, because it was yourself, Leann, because I put it on my Facebook. I don't know why, but things like that I always think are a she, but it's a he.
It is a he, yes.
Yeah.
And actually, did you know that the body of the Angel of the North was modelled on the man who sculpted it?
Right, okay.
Yeah. So that it's like based on his form.
Yeah, haha. There we go. I know. I just these sort of things. I always think as a she, and it was Leann that says it's a he. So yeah. So I took that selfie picture. So I thought, let's cut that one. But what I've done is I've taken an inexpensive notepad as well. I've also still using Be Beautiful because I thought this works well together as well. So one of the pattern papers, 8 by 5 1/4. And then I've done 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. That's using the brown tones of the Centura Pearl cardstock that's in the bundle. And the reason it's a bit of an odd shape or odd size, and that's because it's to work with the notebook that I've got. So we can attach all this just shortly. So what I'm going to do, base cutting plate once again, we're going to use the die, and I'm going to pop this one on to here. So we're going to pop that one on. Because these dies as well, they're 5 by 7, you don't necessarily have to purchase your your A4 photo paper to pop onto your mount board. You could also just buy 5 by 7 or A5 and then just cut it down. So you can do that, but of course usually if you've got bigger such as A4, you can always chop it down. So plastic, and then I'm going to do my top plate. And then we're going to run that one through. So this one's actually going to be the focal point, but we're going to do a little bit of a different twist on it, whereas we're not going to use all the image. Well, we are, but in a bit of a different way. I know what I'm trying to say.
Craig, we're with you, love. We know
Yeah.
what you're trying to say as well. I'm there with you.
There we go. So popping that one out, even though it's our mixed media die, brilliant, no problem at all. So what we've got here, so what I'm going to do, let's do your little tip, Leann. Loving this. Loving this.
I only know this because of my abject failure when I did it for the first time. I got very excited and then thought, oh, but where do the bits go?
Yeah.
And how do I avoid that happening again if I don't want them to go everywhere?
And that's why.
Because this was meant to be a quick card, and now it's a 3.5 hour card.
Yeah.
So yes, it was out of pure necessity because I made a mistake when I did it.
Brilliant. Love that idea. Let's just
And
pop.
even if they're not exactly in the right place, they're in the general vicinity where you can work it
Well,
out.
that's it. Yeah,
You
it's
know
a
what I
lot
mean?
easier than actually having to find it all, isn't it? Work it out and find it all. So let's pop all these ones out.
We've got a question in from Kay.
Okay.
Craig, and she wants to know what is the significance of the Angel of the North. Now, that is an excellent question, Kay.
That is.
I have no idea. I remember the Angel of the North going up because I had only just met my husband, so that would have been around about 1990. So I'm going to say between 89 and 91.
Right.
The Angel of the North went up, and everybody in the North East went for a drive to see it. But I can't honestly say. I mean, it's a beautiful landmark. It's something we love. Oh, we've got info coming in.
Okay.
Oh, it's got 3 functions. Firstly,
Right.
a historic function. Oh my word! It's to
Wow.
remind us. It's a visual reminder that coal miners worked in the dark for over 200 years. Secondly, to grasp hold of the future.
Okay.
As a transition from the industrial to the information age. And lastly, I love the last one. Lastly, to focus on our hopes and fears.
Yeah.
So there we go. It's not just a gorgeous statue on top of a hill, which we all wave to when we go to the Metro Centre. It's got all of those fabulous things to go with it as well. I love that. How wonderful. It actually means something. So
It
there
does.
you go. There you go. That's the significance of the Angel of the North.
Got the things you learn
The
each
things
day,
you learn,
isn't it?
Craig.
The things you learn on a daily basis here. Not just crafting. I'll need to remember that if I'm ever in a general knowledge quiz.
Yes, absolutely.
So what I've done there, love that idea, Leanne. Absolutely love that idea. Saves it. It's all in that same place. As you said, you know, these bits are just slightly out, but it doesn't. I've deliberately popped them out because we're going to use them separately.
Yeah.
But at least these are all in the same area. You know, I'm not having to then actually do a jigsaw and spend my time doing that instead of trying to figure it out. So what I'm going to do is let's go in and let's start to tape it down. So I'm going to go in for this one. What I'm going to do is, so I've got a little bit of manoeuvrability, I'm going to use a very slight bit of glue gel for the photo towards the right hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and when I say a slight bit, I'm not actually using my glue gel as a decoupage element. I'm simply using it as a matting layer, but then I've got that wiggle to move it in. Let's see if I can get any of this all in a oneer, because I want to keep this all in a oneer. So what I'm going to do is let's pop it that way, it'll be easier to turn round. So all that I'm going to do is pop little bits. If you want to use your background adhesive to cover the whole lot, maybe your tape, anything like that, you can. But as long as I've got each individual bit taped down, I am happy. So I'm going to go in here for take these bits, let's join these bits together. And then we're going to go in, what have I done with my syringe? Popped it, oh here we go, popped it here. So we're going to go in.
It makes it easier to assemble it, doesn't it, Craig?
It really does, it really does. Gives you that, again, movability. And because it is a jigsaw, we can see there, I needed to move it up slightly, so I can do that. It's a nice, easier way. As much as I'm all for our permanent adhesives, there is times when a manoeuvrable one, a wet one, is going to work a treat. And it also goes to show as well, with your, set that to the side, with your glue gel, if you do want to, yes, we'll have all-purpose. I think it's out of stock at the moment, isn't it, the all-purpose. So although that we do have that, for a matte and layered adhesive, you can still use your glue gel if you wanted to, because remember, once you press, it will spread out as well underneath. So I'm working my way along, and I'm not going to do them all. Let's bring that one in. I'm going to lift that bit up here, pop that one in, and work our way. So if I do a few more, so I'm going to leave this side. So what I've got is I have got this lovely floral design popping down the side. So let's pop that bit there. Let's then go in with, I think it's, I'm going to take that rogue bit out. That one's going to go there. I need some more glue gel. Let's pop this one. And we're going to start to make a, not necessarily a focal bit on the inside, Leanne, but we're going to use some of these additional bits as a divider within the notebook. So if you want to use it as a, you know, kind of like a diary style, then you can do. So
I love that. That's great for kind of making a journal or a memory of a day out, you know,
Yeah.
as a little kind of mini scrapbook or something like that. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
well, that's it. It's just thinking of what else can we do. See, this is why that was a good idea using. There we go. It's that one.
Craig, I've got news incoming.
What's
the Get
going?
It Got It goods are now getting down into seriously loadable figures.
It's going to be Get It Got It Gone in a
It's going to
minute
be
shortly.
gone. That, I could not have said that better myself. Thank you, Craig. Really. And I don't blame you for a second. It's a fantastic deal. You're always going to need tape pens in your life. It's a fantastic deal while we've got it. From the tens of thousands to very low double figures. If you need tape pens, and even if you don't need them, if you just want to get them on a fantastic deal because you love tape pens, now is the time. And they are going very fast in this show, so don't hang around.
There we go. I'm not surprised in the slightest, although, you know, it's meant to last a whole week and we're still only on Thursday, you know, so good on you for getting a hold of it. Now what I'm doing with this top one is I'm overlapping it and I am lifting it out that little bit, so you've got that odd rogue piece just here. And then I would tend to do it last because what my way to do, because it could flatten it, but with glue gel, at least I can come and pull it up again in a moment. So what I've done is I've got some strips from Beautiful as well. So the pattern paper is 7 1/4 by 1 1/4, and I've mat and layered that onto the top. And then what I'm going to do, every few pages, I'm going to add a strip. So I've got another 4 ready. So I'm not popping adhesive all the way to the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm only going to guess for the sake of time. So I'm taking a handful of pages, and then we're going to start to build and layer all these up. I'm going to use this one as a reference though, because what I'm going to do, so if I pop that underneath,
great,
here.
Creating your own index.
That's
I
it.
love that, Craig.
Absolutely.
Very, very fantastic tip. Now, we've got a couple of questions coming in specific to the jigsaw dies and the glues that you're using, Craig. So, if you don't mind, I thought we might have a little chat about them as you're working through your demo. Rhiannon Govan, what else can be used with the jigsaw dies besides mount board? Anything you like, Rhiannon, I would say, Craig, would you?
Oh, absolutely.
Your
Absolutely.
300 GSM cardstock with something mounted on it, use that. Use a couple of sheets. You could, I mean, imagine a lovely little delicate vellum jigsaw on a wedding invitation.
Yeah.
You know, when perfect parts match or something like that with a message, you could do that. So basically you can cut anything. You can cut fabric because it's our deeper dye. So if you want to do fabric and use the jigsaw as a plique, if you want to use felt and do it for kids' toys or do like a fuzzy felt game, put it on cushions or pillows. Basically anything that you can get through the machine, you can cut with this jigsaw dye. So regardless of the genre of craft you're into, it will work for you. It doesn't just have to be about mount board. So I hope that answers that question for you, Rhiannon. And then Bubble and Squeak wants to know, how long does the glue gel keep in the syringe, please?
Well,
Craig,
sorry.
Go on, you go for that one, Craig.
Well, what I was away to say here is, if I set that to the side for a moment, there's actually a key element to enable it to last a long time. Although, you know, if you're using it quite a lot, for instance, like, well, anyone on the team, especially like Debbie Robinson, what I would do is you do get your little, what do you call it? The key, isn't it?
The key.
To actually work your way up, like a toothpaste. I don't necessarily use that when I are filling my syringe. I do make sure that I've got all my glue gel from the bottom. And then what I want to do is I like to just hold that in so it's held in nicely, nice and snug. And I do start to fill it up. I don't go right to the top. I never go right to the top. Maybe halfway, maybe if that. Pop it in. Now at this point, what to do is once you've finished using it, make sure you get a little bit of the, I don't know if I can quite see it, where my finger is.
See it, yes.
There's a little bit of overhang of glue. So if you have that just overhanging and no more that you can see, pop your cap on, that's going to create a seal. So that means it's not going to dry within the little nozzle. You're going to be able to come back time and time again, first chance. If it does start to block up in here, take your pokey tool, scoop it out. It's quite therapeutic if I'm honest with you, and then pop it back on. But the key thing is if you make sure you've got that little bit of excess glue gel just popping out the end, pop it on, and then that's going to ensure that you're going to be able to come back time and time again and use it.
And if you lose your little yellow thing, I've used like a little ball of blue tack or, you know, like clay or something like that, and I've just stuck the end in there and that helps too.
Yeah, perfect. There we go. So hopefully that helps you. And that's what I love about here at Crafters TV is we can answer all of these live. It's not later on and coming back and answering your questions. It's live. But here we go. We've got our lovely little notebook that we've done. We've used most of the image, but then what we've done is we've had a little bit of a plate with the sides, and because I've used my glue gel, I can move them if I want. But then the additional parts, what I've done is I have used these as an index. So I've done 3. You could overlay these if you want, so you could then do 4 or 5 if you want to, but we've used them as an index. You can determine how many pages in between that you want, but you've got that option, you've got that little book, and you can see how well that comes together.
Craig, I adore that. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I love it. And
Do you
know
want
what I'm
it?
thinking? I really love it. And I'm thinking is gifts for kids for keeping notes at school. How fabulous to be organised in a notebook and have, you know, maybe a jigsaw of all of their friends, or their, you know, their besties or whatever it is on the front, and they've got that and write their notes in. That's going to be great, isn't it? There's going to be so many uses for that. And I think to the testament that we are having a ridiculous amount of ideas about how we want to use them, and you all are in your comments too. I think the jigsaw dies are definitely one of the top tips for this show that we've got. And if you have decided to go for the jigsaw, or if you've already got them at home, we've got packs of our additional mount board here for you, which means you can get your stash built up as well. We've got 10 sheets of the mount board. That's in this beautiful crisp white colour for £9.99 or £12.95, which is only £2.50 and your 4 clear pay instalments. Of course, if you're a platinum member, it's only $7.99 and $10.36, and that $7.99 gets divided by 4 in your clear pay basket as well. So a really good stash builder, and I use mount board for so much in my craft. I've always got a good wodge of that on my shelf, so time to stock up on that. Now, if you want, you know, we talked about all of the personal messages, Craig, that we wanted to put on our jigsaws, like, surprise, I'm having a baby, marry me, we're going to the Bahamas on holiday, we're having a girl, we're having a boy, whatever that is, I love you, you complete me, you had me at hello. Whatever it is you want to write on your jigsaw, the perfect thing to do that, especially if you've printed on a glossy photo paper, are our acrylic markers. And we've got these on a really good deal for you too on these. This is 25 pens in this collection, where you've got all of these gorgeous sets available to you for $39.95 or $49.97. It's a really good deal that you've got there, and you've got that fabulous metallic set here, and then you've got all of these gorgeous colours, which I'll show you a little bit more, and only $9.99 in your 4 clear pay instalments, and of course 20% if you're in the Platinum Club. A really good. Now, I don't think it's 25 pens, guys. We've got 4 packs here. We've got 4, 8, 12, 16. Are we getting the metallic ones as well? Are we getting these too? Oh, stop it. I thought you were just getting them 4. So you're getting them 4, 16, and you're getting all of these. Can I just tell? Okay, so first of all, these are the best ever. If you haven't seen these work, go back and watch our YouTubes. These are phenomenal. So if you're getting these metallic paint pens as well, which is 3 pens in each colour of the gold, the copper and the silver, for doing all of your edging and your spot, it's like liquid gold in a pen. It's phenomenal. So if you're getting all of those as well, this truly is a fantastic deal. So all 4 of those acrylic markers and these 3 sets of our metallic markers for $39.95, $49.97, which indeed is 25 pens, is fantastic value. $31.96 if you're in the Platinum Club, or $39.98. And of course, your FlexiPay basket, your Clear Pay, is $9.99 over 4 instalments, which is great value for money. They would be a top tip for doing all of your personal messaging on your jigsaws. Fantastic. Oh, Craig, it's been a whirlwind already, hasn't it? And we're getting ready to do our little question session, our little Q&A in a moment, and there's some good questions coming through.
There is.
So,
however,
oh yeah, go on.
Because you said that you really liked that,
Yeah.
so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But because you can use your acrylic markers on lots of mediums,
Yeah.
I thought, with this being photo paper, even though it's on mount board, it's photo paper, I thought, what if I write on the front, to you, lots of love from me, and then you can have it. You can do what you want. You can put it on eBay or that if you want,
No.
Get a pound or so for it.
I might put it on eBay because I might get quite a bit of money for that. But no, because that's a gift for me, so I'll keep that and use that. And I feel very special. Thank you,
Let's
Craig.
do it. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Please put a kiss on the end as well.
Absolutely, of course I will.
Thank you. Now, there is a random question come through, which I don't think would be fair to ask in the question grilling session, because we said we're going to grill Craig, and it's not about me, it's about Craig. But Katie Easley has actually messaged in to say, Leanne, totally off topic, Leanne, what lipstick are you wearing? It's really pretty. And actually, I've got it under the counter, Katie. So I thought I'd share that with you. It's a Doll 10, and here it is here, Doll 10. Got it on QVC, and it is called Be Strong. There you go. Craig, look what I've got too, Leanne. Lots of love, Craig. And 2 kisses. I love this. Isn't that lovely to be able to do that with those acrylic markers to personalise your gift? And now that is a special gift to me, which I'm going to be using in all of our meetings going forward because Craig has given me that and I love it. And whenever I'm feeling down, I can have a look at his smiley face and I'll feel better about myself. Thank you so much, Craig. I really love that. What a gorgeous gift it is. Now, next, if you want to watch this, so if you're having a good time with us here on Craft Chat Create this morning and you want to know what else we do here on Crafters TV, you can join us for all of these following shows. So of course at 8 a.m. on a morning, you've got Craft Chat Create, and that's Monday to Friday. 12 noon, we've got Wake Up Call. And that is our Craig and lots of special guests and lots of sneak peeks, and we're looking at lots of different products. And then on a weekend, what do we do at 12 noon on a weekend, guys? Play your crafts right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. So 12 on a weekday, we've got Wake Up Call, and on a weekend, we've got Play Your Crafts Right. Oh, got Colour Me Happy on Sunday as well. So is that the same Colour Me Happy we had on a Friday? And it's now on a Sunday too. Well, that's really exciting. Thank you. And then at 3 p.m. we've got a array of different shows coming to you. And then at 7 p.m. we've got all of our sales shows. So we do lots and lots of sales for you. And you can see all of these shows happen for you. So we've got Colour Me Happy, we've got Craft Alongs, we've got Craft House, we've got Launch Day, Play Your Crafts Right, Softer Side of Life, and Wake Up Call. All of the crafty fun happens here on Crafters TV. It really does, and every single one of those shows brings something different and special, and I think you'll agree you get all of the good deals and bargains and the sneak peeks and the brand new launches and a fantastic variety of, in my opinion, the best crafters in the industry. So do please join us on Crafters TV. You can see that entire schedule on our website. Now we've got a really quick and great deal for you right now. Which is our fabric cutter, and I was involved in developing this fabric cutter, so I know it was a fantastic deal. Wait till you see it.
Quick buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Well, there we go. It's always gorgeous to hear from our Sarah, isn't it? And Craig and I are here now in the sofa area, so we can grill Craig. I think we need some kind of little video or a little icon or some kind of ping, or we need to get Ben to voice it where it's Grill Craig. And we're just going to ask you all the questions, Craig. So are you ready, Craig? That's what I want to know.
I am ready. I am ready and raring to go.
Good. So, I mean, I feel like we need to do the Craig ready.
I'm ready.
Good. And I know all the gladiator references.
We just need a whistle.
Yeah, well, whistle. I love that. You have to just come into my office regularly, please, and just say
just whistle.
Yeah, and I'll be very happy.
Well, because the original referee, John Anderson, he was originally from St Andrews.
Was he?
Just across the Tay Bridge from where I was from.
And that's where Prince William went to college and met Kate.
That's right, yeah.
All of the facts, all of the facts. Right. So, Craig, question 1.
Yes.
We're going to get straight into it.
Let's go for it. Of course it is.
So, Linny would like to know, what has been your favourite Hunkydory collection, capital letters, ever?
Right, I can't tell you what. It's not actually one that we've had on Crafters TV, but they done a rose gold collection. Rose gold collection, that was and is to this day one of my favourite collections that they've done.
Oh, I don't know that one, Craig.
It's gorgeous.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it all the foiling?
Yes. Yeah. As you said as well, you know, no one does foiling like Hunkydory and the rose gold and that, and they're always a first when it comes to texture foiling design that we get here on Crafters TV, but that one is exquisite.
They are definitely the leaders in the market when it comes to foiling, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah, really, really good. Okay, thank you. Well, I hope that answers that for you, Linny. Do you know who I feel like sat here doing this?
Who's that?
I feel like Mrs. Doubtfire. And
I'm the puppet.
Puppet. I just want to go, oh, puppet. Now, puppet, what we're going to do, I feel like I need to put the word puppet in all the time, because I am feeling a bit Mrs. Doubtfire sat here. I've got the hair.
You wicked man.
Oh, look at you. This is fantastic. You need to come in my office and do that regularly too.
Yeah, but you deny your Doubtfire,
oh
dear.
My goodness, this is too fantastic.
I won't say the other line that I like.
Really, the next time I'm doing this show, Craig, I'm going to wear a ditzy floral skirt and a cardigan, and I've got the glasses and I've got the hair. And so I'm going to be Mrs. Doubtfire, I've decided.
Next time, or every time that your door's open through in the office, I'm going to pop my head in and just go, hello!
Put dear on the end. Hello, dear, honestly. I feel like Doubtfire sitting here, but never mind. So, anyway, Rhiannon Govan, or is it Govan or Govan? We'll call you Govan. Rhiannon Govan, let me know if I've got it wrong, I'm sorry. She wants to know, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to Craig live on TV?
Oh, it incorporates Ben.
Oh, of course.
It's what we were talking about hot dogs, and we were talking about, for me, a hot dog is a hot dog, a Frankfurt, in a long roll, a hot dog roll.
Mustard or ketchup and some fried onions.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, he was saying like a normal sausage on a normal roll is a hot dog. And I was like, no, it's not. So we were doing that, we were having our friendly on-air tiff, and then the camera's waiting to come back to me, and he says, now, just back to Craig, who'll stick his sausage in anything. And I just collapsed, and that is all. It's still over Facebook. I'm not saying anything I shouldn't. It's all over Facebook, it's all over YouTube. You keep sharing it now as this day goes on, and I was so embarrassed, but it's the first time that I've come across where we've had to go to an ad break, because neither of us could. We couldn't, Erin wasn't producing, but she was in the office. She couldn't, everyone just went.
Wow, I have got no words other than wow, and Euphigenia would not be impressed with that,
nope.
Mr. Mosby, I don't think.
Nope.
But can we just also clear up the thing that a sausage in a bun is not a hot dog?
No, it's not. No, thank you.
It's not. John agrees.
John,
did you hear that? John, come in. Do you agree? Here he is. To John, thank you, John. Just no to that.
Nope.
Yeah, thank you. We've cleared that up. I'm so happy about that. Oh, I'm locked now. I hope to goodness I don't need a password. Oh, press the home screen. No, I'm all right.
We're all right.
I'm okay. Phew. I did have a Euphigenia moment there of using technology. Right. Nicola wants to know.
Okay.
Nicola Scott. Nicola says, I have a question for Craig. If you could be a wrestler,
okay,
which would you be and why?
Oh gosh, I think it would have to be The Rock.
I love Dwayne.
Yeah, and I think because
I really love Dwayne.
Yeah, he is so good.
I mean, Dwayne and I were best friends on Instagram.
Are you good best friends?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that friendship together. I think, as a wrestler, incredible incredibly talented. His acting is so on point. There's so few wrestlers that have tried to do that transition from wrestling to, of course, acting. The only other one that I would say John Cena and Batista in the Marvel movies, and that they've done well. But the fact is, The Rock is just so down to earth. Do you know what I mean? You know, you'll see fans, they're stuck at traffic lights, so that you'll get out, you'll chat, and he's just so down to earth. And that's what I'd like to think I would be.
I think you are. I think you're our wrestler, because I think you're all. You have all of those traits already, Craig.
Thank you.
So it matches up. Your reason for loving Dwayne is a little bit different to my reasons.
Yeah.
And we'll just leave that there.
I'd like his money as well.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about that either. Yeah. No, but we'll just leave it there. We're going to now go and see CJ's Paper Crafts.
Okay.
She wants to know, Craig, how is your crafting room move going on after your trip to IKEA?
It's done. It is done. I did put some pictures on my Facebook page, Craig Laird CC, and I always like to point out as well, we're all the same. So on social media, type our name, CC at the end, although I believe Leanne's Facebook page is the exception where there's no CC at the end. Just put Leann Chivers and your CC page comes up.
Correct.
But all of us, like Jan Brown CC, Debbie Fisher CC, we're all CC. So I put pictures up last night, and funny enough, gosh, I'm going to be doing a lot of lives. Just as well invested in a lot more live stream cameras. Going to do a live because you've asked, Craig, can we see it, and can we see how you saw all your dies? Because I'm one of those, Leann, I like mine in the original packaging.
Yes.
I like to store them in the packaging so I know what the R size, etc., etc. And you've wanted to see how I stored that. So I am going to do that, but it's done. Thank gosh it's done. I am never doing that again. It's like moving house.
Do you know what? I've been watching you on your social media, and I've been mightily impressed, but also a little bit scared about the volume of stuff you've got.
No, yeah, it's like a warehouse.
Honestly,
it's like
all
a warehouse.
purple. There's a lot of Crafter's Companion in there.
Yeah.
Of course, fantastic product. But I was like, oh my word, how much stuff do you actually have?
Yeah, and
you're dedicated.
There's, well, certainly that, and a lot of it is from when I've joined Crafter's Companion, but a lot of it is products that I bought even before I joined Crafter's Companion. So yes, it is. There's a lot.
So this question's from Jeffrey Langley, and it's for me.
Okay.
So Jeffrey says, what's Leanne's husband going to add to the garden this year? Which actually is a brilliant question, Jeffrey, because if you're watching me on social media, you know my husband is a horticulturist and a very keen gardener. Now, what he's adding to our garden this year, I know for a fine fact, is a magnolia tree. He wants to have a magnolia. He very much admires magnolias and has decided we're having one in the garden. So we're doing that. And we've also got a beautiful rose, which is going in, called Sheila's Perfume, which is his mum's name, and we lost her last year, sadly. Yeah. So we're putting that in the garden too.
Oh, that's
so
lovely.
They're the two things that are going in the garden.
Yeah, that's
so
really, really nice.
Jeffrey. Linny, quick question, Craig. Linny Jones wants to know, what is the best piece, she's asking both of us, what is the best piece of advice Leanne and Craig have been given in both life and crafting?
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. It's maybe a cliche thing, but something that seems to come quite a lot is just believe in yourself. That for some reason, that phrase seems to pop up every now and again, whether it's in a working environment or my personal life. It just seems to always pop. Just believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in
you
yourself.
can do it. I love that, Craig. And do you know what? That's very similar to my example. And my example is one from my granddad many, many years ago. So as a young girl, as a child of certain proportion who was evicted from dance school for twirling, and I looked like, if everybody watches The Vicar of Dibley, I was the Dawn French version of Darcy Bustle, without a doubt. Loved to twirl. I was never going to be a prima ballerina. However, my granddad said, lots of times through life, because I was always very self-conscious of my curls and things like that growing up, he always used to say, Leanne, if people don't like what they see, they shouldn't be looking. You are you, and you just go forward in life and be you. And that's the piece of advice that
really good.
I would say has taken me through from that self-conscious little girl into a more confident adult, I would say.
I really like that. It's really good, really good.
Final question, Craig, and this is from Sarah. On a desert island, what would you have with you first? Or who would you have with you on a desert island, who would you take? I'm just reading this out again. So on a desert island, who would you have with you?
Okay.
Just one person, dead or alive. And what one food meal or snack would you take?
Okay. Food I would take is chicken. Love chicken. I could eat chicken all day long.
God, you really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Love
any kind of chicken.
Any kind. I love
The way
chicken.
to your heart is a chicken meal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Anything chicken. I love it.
Roast chicken, Craig. I'm going to do your roast chicken.
Oh.
Come for Sunday lunch.
Oh, that sounds
Stuffing,
good.
all the trimmings, Yorkies.
So the answer to your other question is Leanne's going to come with me to the desert island.
Because I'm going to cook the chicken.
Oh, that sounds good.
Truly, who are you going to take with you?
Oh gosh. Oh, cheesy peeps. I don't know. I'm just going. I'm going to say it because I bang on. Actually, no. Actually, do you know what I'm going to say because it would pass time? I'm going to say it's Celine Dion.
Yes, that's a great one. She can sing to
Exactly.
you. You'll be uplifted.
Can dance together. Not that can dance.
Together.
Yeah.
Celine Dion is a good one. I love that. I mean, of course, I have to say I would take Mr. C. And if Mr. C wasn't available, if he didn't want to live on a desert island, I'd take Dwayne Johnson.
There you go.
So that answers those questions, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
That's
Now,
good. Can I just say, Leanne, as well, because I know we're just a way to go over, but never get the opportunity to say this, because certainly last month, throughout December, I was doing my Facebook Lives with the Advent calendar and that, and you guys at home, you're always messaging in saying, oh, please say thanks to the product development team. Thank you, because so many people at home, like me, ill health, whatever, you know, love crafting, but adore Crafter's Companion. And you all know at home, because you say it to me, without the product development team, we wouldn't get to do what we do. So to you and the full of the product development team, thank you, because we do like to say it on air, but we never get to say it to you all direct. So thank you to all of you.
I'll pass that message on.
Please do.
I will. I feel like I'm filling up now a little bit. That's really kind. Thank you so
No,
much.
you're welcome.
And I will pass that message on to my entire team because they're all very hard workers.
Yes, they
so
are.
Thank you.
They are indeed.
We're going to have a look now at the Get It, Got It Good again, and then we're going to come back and have a look at everything else we've got on the show for you. So this Get It, Got It Good is really Get It, Got It Good. We're down into very low single figures with it now. We've really got a very small amount. It certainly isn't going to last today. So if you are in the market for tape pens, if you use a tape pen, get that tape pen in your basket because that is a fantastic deal. From tens of thousands to handfuls is where we are, and so they won't be lasting very long at all. I'd be surprised if we get to midday, to be fair. Not even this hour. I think they're probably going to be telling you they're gone by the time we're finished in this last hour. We've got lots of exciting things for you in this hour. We've got our beautiful collection, which is absolutely gorgeous. This has definitely been one of the standout winners for us at Crafter's Companion when we've launched this for you, and you've absolutely loved it. Now I've just grabbed the boards here because we've got this complete collection available for you, and in this complete collection at the best ever price you've got all of these things for you to use. I mean, we underestimated the popularity of this. Whenever we design a range, we design every single range to the point where we say we could not have done that any better. There's nothing we'll change. It's the best it can be. We think we've done our best work. That's how we work in product development. We underestimated the power of this beautiful collection. So many of you love it. And I'm going to have a look back through my comments in a second. There's a lady messaged in to say that she calls her daughter B, and she is beautiful, and that she loves this collection. And I thought that was a lovely message. I need to remember your name. I'm going to have a look back through the comments. So we've got all of these gorgeous things in here now. Little embossing folder, border embossing folder with those gorgeous little bees on there. This is a cut and emboss folder that we've got for you. So you would put that through in your machine and it cuts and embosses the design, which you can see there with them lovely bees around the outside. We've also got in the collection an edgeable, a bee border edgeable, which works in all of the ways you would expect our edgeables to work with those gorgeous little bees on there. You've got this creator card, which works as you expect creator cards to work. You know and love them. And we've sold many hundreds of thousands of creator cards over the years. This one is probably, if someone was to ask me, Leanne, what was the favourite creator card design of 2021? I'd say this one. This one, I would say, was so much more popular than so many others that we did. The fact that it's in this big collection for you is fantastic, and so many great ways you can use that. You've got this gorgeous layering stamp set, which really does bring that whole beautiful, very of-the-minute design with the bee together there. I love that. It's absolutely gorgeous. You've got these stamp switches, that fabulous beehive with all of the little accessories. Then you've got all of your little sentiments down here, which, you know, be kind. Let me read some of them out to you. Be happy, be beautiful, just because. Home is where the honey is. You are sweet, sweet as honey. Lots of fabulous sentiments on there for you to use. And then my personal favourite die and stamp set, making this honey pot. I absolutely love it. Then you've got the little hive and the little honey stirrer in there. Gorgeous set of stamps and dies, and then this beautiful floral, which is in there as well. So they're all of the stamps, dies, folders, all of the things that you're getting in that collection. Not to be underestimated. These are the pièce de résistance of the collection for me. Absolutely stunning designs in here. Gorgeous paper pad, and this is the scrapbook quality paper that you would expect from Crafter's Companion. Beautiful double-sided, gorgeous print, smells divine if you like to sniff your paper pads like me. Absolutely the best quality, and I think our paper pads are really starting to stand out. It's something that we're becoming very well known for, and I'm not surprised because the quality is exceptional, the design is exceptional. If you want to stock up on more paper pads, we're putting that across the bottom of the screen for you can see there, because you will use this paper pad up quickly. It's that gorgeous. So if you're like me, I like one to use, one to keep, because I just like to take it out and look at it every now and again. And so actually for this beautiful collection, my personal stash was 2 to use, 1 to keep, because it's absolutely gorgeous in the design. Love that one. 4 card fronts in 1 sheet of scrapbook paper. And I think our Rachel in our team did a phenomenal job when she developed this collection for us. So really gorgeous. And if you want an extra paper pad, that's across the bottom of the screen there for you. The fact that you've got this, and this final one to show you is this beautiful pearlescent paper pad, which is exquisite. And we'll just talk about the pricing while I show you the colours of this. So beautiful, and look at the sheen on there. It's such a good quality. All of this that I've shown you for £82.47 or $125.06, which is in fact only 4 instalments on your ClearPay of £20.62, is, I'm sure you'll agree, fantastic value for money to get every single one of the things that I've shown you in here. And the pearlescence on these is amazing. The colours work with those papers perfectly. It's a gorgeous pad to have it at 12 by 12, 300 GSM. Gorgeous pearlescent paper. And if you want more of those, then of course your ClearPay basket allows you to spread the cost of those too. So if you go for that main deal and then you want to add an extra paper pad in there, the cost of that gets spread over 4 payments, and your ClearPay basket kicks in when you've got either £30 in there and up to 1,000, and there are no credit checks or anything like that, so you can just choose to spread your purchases in an affordable way if that's what you would like to do. Craig, how much do you love the beautiful collection?
It's just absolutely beautiful. As I said earlier on, between this and chinoiserie, just absolutely phenomenal as well. Going with the cardstock, it's just something you said as well a moment ago, Leanne, and I've said it a couple of times on Crafters TV, and I'm actually going to say, because I've never said it to Leanne herself, but with our cardstock here at Crafters Companion, because as us all, we're all crafters, I have always been, and I still am, because I'm a huge big crafter, I am a big fan of the brand you might know, Basil Basics. So I know Leanne will be aware of the brand Basil Basics. I know nowadays it's under the umbrella of American Crafts, but for me, I hold their papers, their cardstock, really, really high up. Trust me when I say ours with the product development team, with the cardstock that we are bringing you is way up there as well. So that is how highly I think of our cardstock. You know, it is absolutely exquisite. Love it to bits. And yeah, even just as a full collection, bumblebees, perfect time of the year. But then all throughout the year. You know, if you just want to make a lovely birthday card, you could use the bumblebees. You know, unfortunately, if you had to make a sympathy card, a nice subtle card with the bumblebees would look lovely. So you've got lots of scope with it when it comes to your cards that you're going to be making. But I thought what we could do is make a relatively simple and quick card, going with that smaller card that we can see on here. And what I've done is I've taken a layer of the black, which is 5 3/4 by 3 3/4, and then I've taken this honeycomb. It reminds me of the game show Blockbusters. I know you did have a version stateside if you are watching, and this is 5.5 by 3.5 inches. And if you are relatively new to us, and like many would say, you know, how do you get your mats and layers perfect? Always check out our website, because I use our guillotine for our mats and layers. You know, I've done it before. I've done a 45-minute segment on our guillotine alone. That's how much I love it. I quite believe I could do a 2-hour show when it comes to the guillotine. But that's how I do it. I like to do my mats and layers at 1/4 of an inch increments, but you can choose whichever ones that you want to do. But let's go in. I'm going to layer this one up here. I'm not adding any ink, but you can do it as a matte cardstock, so you can go in with extra ink, anything like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm taking another bit of this black. Now, I don't actually need all of that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the border die. Love this one here, being the Be Happy metal die.
Oh, I love that die. And Craig, I've had a little look, and it was Linda Childs on YouTube, whose daughter she calls Bee, says she's beautiful inside and out, so she loves this collection.
Lovely, lovely. And that's the thing as well. Bumblebees, you know, they do have a different meaning to so many people. There's something about them, you know, we want to look after them, we want to protect them, and they do have meanings for, you know, depending on your family environment, the situation you're in. It's just something about them that are they're just lovely. They're so nice, and we have to protect them. So what I've done is I've popped my die up right to the edge of my cardstock. Because this is a border die, an edgeable die, what I've done is I've popped it up to the side, because I actually want it to be a separate element. We are going to create a border down the side, but we've run that one through. And if you're doing it the way I'm doing it now, it's going to go through your mini and it's going to go through your go as well. So if I take this one out, and what I love about all these dies as well, Leanne, is so many of the pieces that pop out are like these little hexagons. These, you know, they just work well as little accents, so shaker cards. But instead of using gems or pearls, certainly if it's a male card, although I don't mind having gems or pearls on my cards, but if you've got a male that, you know, is not into the bling, then these little hexagons are good as little accents instead of the gems or the pearls.
What an excellent tip. I would never have thought of that. I would have just swiped them all. Honestly, I would have swiped them all off.
Yeah.
Onto the floor for Mr. C to hoover up later. And I wouldn't have thought of using them. I love that idea.
Yeah, it's just, it's nice. Or, you know, even just popping them about on your card or your project. It's just nice to have. So I'm going to take my tool and take these bits out. And then I'm going to get that release hole, which is here. I'm going to pop this one up. And then we feed that one under. Here we go. So I need 2 of these. I've already got one done. But what we're doing, in actual fact, I've got 2 done. So I'm only popping out a few bits because I want you to see die cut, no problem whatsoever, but I don't want to spend ages popping them out. So we've got that die cut. Let's bring these 2 in here. And then all that I'm going to do is if I bring this one in, and then I'm going to layer one at one side, and then these ones, the bumblebees, are going upwards. This one, the bumblebees are coming downwards. Now, what I would have done beforehand is I would have done this before I attached my pattern paper onto my black card. However, it's not really a big issue because we're going to do a little bit of snipping at the edges. So all that I'm going to do, so I can get kind of the right amount of adhesive, I'm going to roughly just pop that down. And at the beginning of the show where I was saying that I don't always pop my adhesive right to the edges, that's on this occasion, because I like to pull up the wings. But I did do, and I am referencing it just so that you know, I am using the dotted tape runner, will be back in stock soon, but check it out on the website and pop your email address and you'll get an email when the dotty ones come back in.
So we're just hearing, Craig, that the Get It Got It Good is really very, very risky.
Right, okay.
We're in a risky situation now. So please don't think about it. Just get that Get It Got It Good deal. I mean, it is a fantastic deal. Our tape pens are phenomenal. They're second to none. You've got 22 metres or 90 feet, I think it is, of tape on each one of those. 3 times the amount of tape on a regular high street tape pen. And you can be confident that the adhesive in there is a dry adhesive with a wet adhesive's properties, and that it works very well. And I can tell you that personally because I tested 25 of those adhesives myself before we settled on the one that is in our tape pen.
Yeah.
So be confident that you can do all of your matting and layering, all of the sticking that Craig's showing you here. You can make your boxes with our tape pens and be confident that they're not going to come apart. So and it's very, very risky. So if you would like to get your tape pens, please do check out your basket.
And what I like to do is, I don't always do it when we're live on air because we don't always have time. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, if it makes a difference, I don't know. But with our tape runners, after I've popped it down, Leanne, I like to give it a little bit of extra pressure, building up that heat, getting that little bit of heat with the adhesive, and it builds it up, and then what it does is it gives you an even stronger hold. So that's what I like to do, giving it a rub, building up that heat with the fingers, and then you're going to be good to go. So what I can then do is let's go on and do a little bit of stamping. Now we've got our Nina cardstock here, perfect one to do a little bit of alcohol colouring. And I've also got a hexagon already good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Bee Blooms stamp set, and we're going to go in with the single bumblebee. I'm also going to go in with this sentiment. So with this sentiment, the flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blooms and the bee comes. That's really nice. When you think of that, it's a really nice sentiment, really nice one.
Isn't it nice, Craig, to have something just a little bit different every now and again?
Yep.
I like that because, you know, we've all been crafting for years, or some of us have been crafting for years, and we've got a good old collection of sentiments, and so to have something a little bit different, unique, a little bit special, something that stands out from the ones that we've been collecting, I think it's nice to include those in a collection. It
is really nice, as you say, that little bit different, and you know it's going to work for lots of different occasions. Now what I've done is, just so that you wear the hexagon die, you could either use our stitched edge or any of our edge nesting dies. These ones were originally from our stacked Easel die sets where we've done the hexagons. So that's from there, that's why there's no stitched edge or decorative edge. But what I've done, I have actually finished it on the reverse side. I just wanted to show you this as an additional detail. Now, whether you've got the patience or not, you know, if you don't have the patience, you don't need to do this, but finishing off your little sentiments as well with the little hexagons that come in. So I tend to always do 3 or, you know, do odd numbers as they do in gardening. But, you know, you can pop them wherever just to finish off, maybe a couple at the bottom. But if I flick that one over, you can see I've done it right down here. So using that little bit of a waste, it's just adding a little bit more focal to the sentiment stamp. It's not taking your eye away from that lovely sentiment, it's just enhancing it slightly, giving you that really nice, you know, touches at the heart when you read it.
It really
I think
does.
so.
I love that, Craig. And do you know what? I'm going to take that tip of keeping those pieces and not swiping them on the floor and then use them as little accents and embellishments. I'm going to use that one, Craig, because I had never ever thought of that, and I think that's a great idea.
It's a nice one. It's good because the die cut elements that come out of many of the bits are they're useful.
Craig, stop press. Stop the news.
Oh, no.
Stop. Oh my word, Craig. The Get It Got It Good. Gone.
It's gone.
It's Get It Got It Gone. I knew that would happen. Look, I'm really pleased for those of you who've stocked up and got the Get It Got a Good deal, because we do phenomenal deals. And to Craig's point earlier, it's not something that we have to do a deal on because you just love our tape pens. So if you got them, congratulations, you've got your stash up. But if you didn't, if you were on the fence, I'm afraid that deal has gone now and there's no more left. But we will do our best to get tape pens back in stock for you as quickly as we can.
Do you know what I think clinched it as well? Not just obviously the way that you can use it to stick your cards, your boxes, your layers together, but when you've seen that you could use it with your Gilding flakes as well. I think that's when many of you thought, oh, wait a minute, nice way to do my mats and layers instead of, you know, bits of cardstock or that. So well done if you got them. You've got an incredible deal. Now what I've done is I've stamped out the bumblebee, and I've already got 2 done, but what I will do is I will colour one of them and then bring the other ones in. Tri-blends, you know, I absolutely adore so much. I love my tri-blends. Gold yellow blend and ice grey blend. And then what I've also done is for my ink pad, I've used our alcohol proof Noir Black. So what I'm going to do with this one here is the gold yellow blend. Even although it's small detail within the bumblebee, you can still come along and do your blending and your shading. So I'm going to go into the bumblebee. So I'm going in with that lighter shade first, leaving that little bit of a white highlight. We can just see it and no more. Let me go that way. There we go. Ah, fab. Thank you, Nicola. I'll turn my body so we can have the bumblebee straight. Now I'm going to go into the darker side, and all that I'm doing, a little bit of colouring at each edge, here and here. And then I'm going to go into the light tone, and only where it crosses over, I'm going to blend that out, but I'm only going as far as to where my original light layer ends. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into that lighter tone, and I'm going to finish that off. I've got my piece of cardstock underneath just so that it's going to catch, obviously with it being alcohol, it will bleed. You're not going to really see it on something like this. Oh, I've just corrected myself there. I was a way to say that because it's a small image or small area you're colouring, but it goes to show that you've got that. If that was to transfer even onto your glass mat, last thing you want is that alcohol colour bouncing back, really saturating your cardstock. So that's always good to pop a little bit. But even there, even although this is a tiny bit of the bumblebee body, see how you can still get that blending and that shading, always worthwhile doing. And all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my ice grey, and on this occasion not to draw around my stamped image like I always do with my ice grey blend, but I'm going to go in with the wing. So lightest side or lightest end first, and I'm going to go into the left hand side. And I have to say, by starting at the left and starting to the right, I got this tip from our Nicole Bretherick. Absolutely adore her colouring. I'm telling you, the Spectrum Noir design team, their colouring is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Always make sure you check out the Facebook to see what they make, because, gosh, it's the things that they can make. The way they make it look when it comes to the colouring is phenomenal. But I've gone in with my light tone. Again, I've got that white shadow all the way down the centre. I've gone into the darker tone again. All that I'm doing is a little bit into the left-hand side, and then also the right-hand side, but I'm using these highlight lines as a little bit of a guide. Then going to flip into that mid-tone, blending that out, but only to as far as my light tone. Blend that out, and then I'm going to finish that off by in the middle with the lightest tone. It will evaporate, so it'll start to blend that little bit more. And because I love fussy cutting, although in saying that, you do get the dies to go with this stamp set as well. We've got our 2 bumblebees that we've got here. They're really super cute. So nice to finish off with your card. So let's do that, Leanne. I'm going to pop this on with a foam pad, and then we can pop on our bumblebees, and we've got a really nice card, all done, all finished, and just a really nice card. Let's pop that there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the wings up slightly, bend the wings up slightly here. And then what I'm going to do is, let's pop, I've got my tacky glue. I'm going to pop my tacky glue down the centre of the body. That's all that I'm doing, because as I say, I do like to have the wings pointing up.
Craig, June Woodhouse on Facebook, she says she can see these bees being fussy cut and using a spinner card. You're in the centre of a spinner card, your little bees.
Hashtag.
Yeah, hashtag.
Next live show, wake up call, spinner cards. I think I'm going to have to go and change my demo because I love that idea.
Look, June, you've informed a live demo live on Crafters TV on Craft Chat Create.
Yep.
Honestly, which other television show would do that? Which other craft channel would be able to let you go? I think that's a great idea. Facebook chatted in, it's here. Craig's going to change his demo, Spinning Bees, on the next show. Tune
Love
in,
it.
June. I love that idea.
Love that idea, yeah, so good idea. But then there we go, we've got a lovely little card that we've got here, nice and small. If you want to go big and extravagant and add more layers, you can do, but that's really nice. And the thing is as well, change it slightly. If you've got a tag die cut it in a tag shape, still do it the same way that I've done it. I would turn my sentiment around. It could be a tag instead. So you've got lots of scope. And of course, with the pattern papers being 12 by 12, use them within your scrapbook and would work an absolute treat.
Absolutely it would. And Katie Easley says that is a fabulous goodness gracious, I'm definitely Euphigenia right now because my teeth aren't incorrect. That is a fabulous card, Craig.
Thank you,
you very much. Thank you for letting us know that, Katie. I love this collection, and I would say it was one of the standouts of 2021 for us. A couple of the elements in here are probably the most popular elements we've done in quite a while. And just to remind you, if you're interested in this entire collection, to do something as gorgeous as how Craig's just been showing you there, these are the elements that you're going to be able to get in this collection. So we've got the fabulous stamps here that you can see, absolutely gorgeous, with all of those lovely sentiments on there, like be kind and be beautiful and just because, all of those things. You've got this fabulous little edgeable die, which is the die our Craig used to do the decoration on the sides. We've got our gorgeous cut and emboss folder. Love these for quick and easy cards of that lovely embossed detail around the outside. We've got a great border embossing folder with the bees on. We've got our creator card there with honeycomb and bees. We've got another creator card here in the circular design with that gorgeous bee in the centre there. Lovely to put a little bit of acetate behind those wings and do some glittering. Using our glossy accents on there is absolutely gorgeous. Through the entire bee collection. Gorgeous stamps here as well. I love this little layering bee. Absolutely fabulous. And then we've got the fabulous little honeycomb, and we've got the beehive there. Great stamp and die set with some beautiful little foliages in, which actually can be used across many of your other collections. And then we've got here the honey pot, the beehive and the honey stirrer. Brilliant stamp and die set. And then this fabulous beautiful bright yellow floral. So all of those stamps, dies, folders, creator cards, every single one of those is coming in that collection. But don't forget that you've got, of course, the fabulous scrapbook papers that come in here, which are testament to the quality of design that you get from Crafter's Companion. And you can see as I just flick through here how beautiful these are, how well designed. 180 GSM, double-sided print, beautiful crisp imaging, superb quality, perfect for all of your techniques, but actually just the best for your crafting, matting and layering and making those gorgeous card bases. The fact that you get all of this that I'm showing you for £82.47 or $125.06 is phenomenal value for money. And of course that means if you're in the UK, you've got 4 ClearPay instalments, 4 2-weekly instalments of £20.62 for this collection. And of course you can take your relevant percentages off your 82 and 125 if you are a member of Club Inspire, relevant to the level of your membership. Really good value. And if you want to stock up on extra paper pads, you can of course do that. They're available for you. And what I'd be doing is I would be getting the main collection, and I'd be popping an extra paper pad in there to spread that cost on my ClearPay, because you've got great value for money. And that price you can see along the bottom there actually is for both of the pads that I'm showing you now, not just one of them. So you'll get that printed one, and you'll get this gorgeous pearlescent pad with all of the colours which perfectly match your papers and bring that whole collection together. So I'd be popping that in my basket to get an extra one of those as well, and spreading that payment across my 4 clear pays. So brilliant value, a stunningly gorgeous collection, and the best price it has ever been, saving that 35%, which is brilliant in anybody's book, isn't it? Not just mine. Now, I do need to remind you about a couple of things which are flying, and that's our buy one get one free adorable scorable card. You can see this beautiful collection here, which is the Creatures Great and Small collection, and I really do love that one. So that entire collection, $7.99 or $11.99, £2 in a clear pair basket, which is brilliant. And don't forget, that's not just for that one set, that's for another set because it's buy one get one free. So you could be getting that one and this next one, which is our sea shanty set, both of those for $7.99, $11.99 for £2 in your clear pair basket, because you buy one and you get one free. So you're choosing two of your favourites, and 30% of this one has already gone with the sea shanty, and I think that's got a beautiful coastal tone to it, hasn't it? Now we've got other adorable scorable packs available for you. So the first one we'll have a look at is our Eastern Charm. I love this because, like you, Craig, I do love a kind of a chinoiserie effect. I love that kind of oriental design to my craft projects. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. And you can see the beautiful, this I need in a blouse and a cushion and some curtains and a duvet. And I need it in a satin, thanks. It's absolutely stunning. And I just think it's a beautiful collection of colours as well, isn't it, for you in that one. I love that. And so that is the Eastern Promise. And then we've got our Ocean Waves, which is 80% gone. And I'm not surprised because it's a beautiful, for all of that ocean texture of the waves in the sea, great for masculine cards.
100%.
Beautiful colour scheme. And actually cut up into small matting and layering pieces is going to look, oh, hello, hello white sheet. Oh, what's happened here? Rude. How very dare you, white sheet. Really lovely cut up into smaller pieces, isn't it, for using and crafting with. I love this collection, and beautiful vibrant colours. That makes me think of Greece. I'm thinking Santorini just there, and that's absolutely gorgeous. And I really love it. So $7.99 for that.
Do you know what you could do with them as well, but certainly with the waves as well, is if you want that bit of texture, run it through with an embossing folder. But do you know what? Because it's the waves, it doesn't have to be a specific embossing folder, just something with texture or that. So even though you put your hands over it, it looks like the waves, but you've got that texture. No one's going to know that it's not a wave embossing folder. You've got texture to it. It works well.
Oh, excellent idea. Full of all the great tips out, Craig, isn't he? And this last one that we've got is the lovely, I forgot the name of the Secret Garden, thank you. And I love this because it has a very William Morris feel to it for me. It's that opulent wallpaper design, beautiful intense colours again. I mean, really, you know, nobody does it like Hunkydory when it comes to adorable scoral card like this, where you've got that lovely soft satin finish, but you've got that intensity of colour and the precision and crispness of print as well. So to get all of these beautiful designs in here and be able to get them for $7.99, but of course not just one pack, 2 packs. So mix and match and decide what it is you want. It's fabulous value for money. So $7.99 or $11.99, buy one get one free. Choose the 2 that you love and pay £2 in your flexi basket if that's what you want to. Now we've got our duotone papers, which I really love. And this is the first time I've seen these, and this paper pad I think is absolutely, oh my word, how clever is that? I mean, honestly, it's a journey of discovery.
Have you just noticed that?
I've just noticed that. So this side, pink, coral. How gorgeous is that? Pink, coral. Whoever did this packaging, genius. And I can appreciate that being head of product development. I love the way you've done that. The quality of the paper in here is gorgeous, and you can see the other tone on the back. So it's actually really 2 pads in one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It is 2 pads in one. And you've got all of that lovely paper in there. The quality of it, it just feels exceptional. It's lovely and smooth. You're going to be using it for all your techniques and your die cutting. You've got all of the beautiful colours in there. And of course you've got the pink and the coral. I love this, and I think they're so classy, these colours. And actually one of them does match my lipstick. So there we go. We were asked about my lipstick earlier. I love that. The other collection, the licorice and terracotta, that went and gone. Now we've also got this one, we're going to rustic charm. So let's have a little bit of the rustic charm here. We've got these beautiful designs, and I think this rustic charm collection is great. I love a map, but also great for masculine cards again. Now you've got some beautiful scenes. Look at that boat scene, very ethereal. That is gorgeous, isn't it, just to be cut up for a card. I love that. This does have the feel of adorable scorable to it. It's got a lovely satin finish to it, even though it's paper, which does give you that vibrancy of the colours and the crispness of the finished image. So beautiful collection in here. Gorgeous, gorgeous designs, and I think great again for some of your more masculine or opulent cards that you might want to create. Beautiful. So that is Rustic Charm and Vintage Grunge. Now we've got Dark Roses and Polka Dots. I love this one. I do love, and I think these patterns can have, I'm going to turn it, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I think these patterns can also have a very oriental feel to them sometimes, a bit of a chinoiserie look and feel. They're absolutely gorgeous. We can see that lovely depth of colour, and we can see that lovely precise crispness of print in there again on that satin finish paper, which is fabulous value for money at £9.99 or $14.99 and only £2.50 in your clear pay basket. Oh, we've got another one to show you. We've got an animal print one. I didn't even know this one existed.
I didn't.
Because I don't have this sample here. No. So to be able to show you that, now that's the one. That is, in the words of a popular YouTube phrase, that's going in my basket. Because I love a little bit of animal print.
Yeah.
And that looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it? I really want that to flick through. I'm going to go and have to raid the warehouse and find it. Absolutely lovely. So you can also get the duo design in animal print. And you've got them at that beautiful price. This next one we've got is, I've got here Terrazzo Chic and Splendid Speckle. Is that the right one? So Terrazzo Chic, this is very organic, I think. It's got that lovely kind of precious gemstone feel to it. And you've got all of that lovely geometric design in there. Beautiful colours in here. And it's going to be very, very usable across all of your matting and living. And again, masculine cards, Craig.
Yeah,
we're doing it for the men. Oh, that's very Dalmatian to me. We're doing it for the men this time.
Doing it for the
with
men.
Some beautiful colour schemes in here. And I think sometimes if you're worried about a paper or using the correct colour tone, or you're worried about distracting from a particular topper, having just a really good pattern like that in a nice colour tone makes your crafting easy because everything comes together around it. So,
can I just say as well, all of these.
Sorry, Craig?
No, I was just about to say, all of these pads that you've just shown there, the duo, they're absolutely perfect for your iris folding dies.
Oh.
So if you've run out of the little individual pads that you get with the iris folding that we've done recently, well, they're recently new to me anyway since coming back. So yeah, cut your own strips down to size, and these are really good weight for folding and then using them with your iris folding.
What a fantastic tip. Thank you, Craig. I had never even considered that, and I think you're right, and I would be using that in all of my iris folding. Having that soft sheen on there as well,
yes.
Gorgeous. But actually, the pinks and corals, the duo tone, fantastic for iris folding. And do you know what? You're right, Craig, because the weight of the paper is correct.
Yep. You
can't have a paper that's too heavy. Your scrapbooking paper is too heavy for iris folding. So that is absolutely perfect. I'm just looking at some of your other comments, which we'll come back to before we leave. But before we go, we've got to have a look at this fantastic must-have deal that we've got on the show for you, which is the fabulous topper pads. I absolutely love these, Craig, and I haven't seen them before because they're brand new. Thank you for letting me know that earlier today, and of course why I'm blown away by them as well. So you've got in each one of these pads 60 toppers in each of these themes. So I'm just going to show you the designs that you've got here. Sleepy Kitten, and then, oh no, lovely Cheeky Kitten, which way am I going? Naughty Kitten, I'm going to say naughty.
Yeah, they're a bit
mischievous.
Yeah.
Mischievous kittens. I'd say cute kittens, would you?
Yeah.
Cute cat?
Yeah, but
Sleepy
then
cat.
Trying to take the present, so...
Trying to take or chunky cat?
Chunky cat?
Chunky cat. Grumpy cat.
Yeah.
Grumpy, my favourite one. And I'm sending that to my grumpy cat of a friend.
Do you know who we could give that one to here?
Who?
Lord Adam.
Oh, Lord Adam.
Great sense of humour, but he never smiles.
It doesn't. Lord Adam of the Grumpy Cat.
Yes.
He's going to get that, okay. Very cute kitten. Oh, nearly. Cute kittens, playful kittens. And we are Siamese, if you please.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, absolutely. So gorgeous toppers in there. And you get all of these. You know, it's not a choice. All 3 of these sets are coming to you. 60 toppers in each set. Beautiful florals. And we've talked about this. When you're making floral cards, always make 3 times the amount that you make of anything else if you're going to sell them at any kind of event or for yourself, because they're always the first to sell out. And having 60 of these beautiful toppers in that pad is fantastic for making those great quick cards. So they're your florals, and then we've got the lovely enchanted designs as well. And we've got the gorgeous, the dragons, we've got unicorns, we've got that gorgeous fairy. We've got, what's this one? Oh, the wolves again. I do love this kind of design, I really do. Unicorn, I was doing well. Unicorn and the little wolf again. A beautiful fairy scene with a waterfall. We've got our unicorns. And then that dragon, I love that. If you're a Game of Thrones fan, this is fantastic. I love Game of Thrones. And then we've got our Twilight scene for me there. So really lovely, 180 toppers in that collection for £23.98 and £35.98. And I believe, Craig, you've got a quick demo for us. And don't forget, you've got your £6 in your ClearPay basket with that over 4 payments too.
I do indeed. Well, not the ClearPay in my baskets, you know, but I do have a demo for you for sure. So we're going to go with Lady and the Tramp. We're going to go with the Siamese cats for these ones. And what we're going to do is we're also going to use the sea shanty, because a couple of them have these little fishes on them, fancy fishes on them. So I thought, well, Cat loves fish, so...
Yes.
You know, I thought, why not?
Oh, the colours match really well as well, don't they?
Yeah, and I'm actually waiting to show you, because I'm going to make this into an easel card, but I'm not going to do any additional mats and layers that I like to do. I'm going to show you a really quick and simple tip to break. You know, that works well. You can absolutely sit that topper onto that background, but I'm going to show you something that just separates it just slightly. But what I've done is I've got 3 layers that I've already cut to size, which are 4 by 5 3/4. So what I've already done with this one here is I've scored in half, and then I've also scored at 1 inch in from the edge. It could be 1 inch, it could be ½ an inch, it's up to you, but it is enough to create a hinge, and I've already popped my red liner tape in place. So what I'm going to do is let's take my red liner tape off of this one. And then I'm going to go in, so I'm making sure that my image of the fish are all facing the right way. So because I've only got my adhesive on that flap there, I'm going to line this one up. So I'm lining it on top of each other and getting it together, and then I'm going to press. And then this one, what I'm going to do is take the back off as well. And this is also showing, you know, we do easel cards on many of our shows. 9 times out of 10 we do them with our white stamping card or a block colour card. But this goes to show that you can still do your shape cards with things like your adorable scorable. So I'm going to layer that one up here. And then if I bring it round, we're going to see that we've got our easel started to go. So no mats and layers again. It's a nice fancy card, but keeping it simple without the layers. Now what I've done, as I said, you know, that works well. I've got the backing of my foam pad. In case you wonder what that white thing is on my finger, it's the backing of the foam pad. I know someone will comment or put on my Facebook going, what was that on your finger? It was just the backing of the foam pads. So that works well, but taking our vellum, our printable vellum, and then by popping a layer underneath, what happens is instead of adding extra thickness with gold cardstock or brown cardstock or green or matte layer, whatever it is, it breaks it up slightly. So you're still seeing the pattern underneath, but it's much more of a subtle, it's much more of a misty effect, a foggy effect, but then you're still getting your topper on the top. And that adds no weight whatsoever because it's our vellum. And what I do as well, just going back there, do the same. I like my edges to be free flowing. And what I've done is I've popped my adhesive in the middle because my topper is actually going to hide this adhesive if it's seen, and that's if it's seen. So let's pop this one on there. So let's press that in. Can you even see that? Look at that. That's our double-sided tape on our website, and it's pretty much well covered. But even then, if it is seen, what I've done is I've gone in with my foam pads. Keep it flat if you want to, if you're posting. But the fact is, with the easel, you get that depth with it being a concept card. Now with this topper, what you also get, Leanne, is you get the 4 corners. Now I've lost 2 of them, but I've got 2 of them. And you know what? I'm going to put the 2 on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to go into the corner, pop 1 there, and then pop 1 down here. Finishing it off, pressing that there and then there. So we've got the front done. And then I'm going to open it up, and then what I've done is I have taken a piece of our gold satin card, a little bit of red card, because what I wanted to do is I want to subtly pull that red that's on the Siamese cat's collar, and I just wanted to pull it down into the stopper, and then I'm going to layer these ones up. So here we go. So I'm going to pop that in. This is a very, very subtle matte layer that I've got, as you can see, but all done with my guillotine. So I'm going to come into here, and I'm going to pop that one on there. So that's going to be my stopper, but I've got 2 things that I'm going to add to finish off. And then what I'm going to do, if I come face on, and now by this way I can determine if I want my topper to be further back, I can put my stopper further back. If I want to be more an angle, and then I can pop my topper or my stopper towards the bottom, which is I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to finish off with this sentiment that's part of the new sentiments that's launching next week on the Wednesday. Hint, hint, hashtag. But I've got another hint for you. And Leanne, your team come up with some of the most incredible collections, dies, folders. We have a launch day coming up on Monday. And let me tell you, you are absolutely going to adore what we've got on launch day on Monday. All working with the Gemini, but let's just say when they work with the Gemini Mini and the Gemini Go, that's all that I'm going to say.
Oh my gosh, now there's that many products, and of course I'm working on, my team and I are now working on November 2022. We're finalising November 2022 right now. So I sometimes lose track of what you're all talking about. So you're going to have to mime to me what it is we're launching.
Let's just say they are mini dies that work with a mini.
I can't guess. Oh my word, I can't guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm excited myself to see. I'm now going to go and raid and find out. I'm going to go and find out what they are. And you know, this is the thing, when we launch so many, I get excited all over again to see the things that are coming out. I'm like, oh yes, I remember that. We really loved that when we designed it, but because we're so far in advance,
exactly, it must be,
it can be a little bit discombobulating.
Well, see, you know, seeing that you're here, one of the big bosses, I'm going to say it. We've got a new range of Gemini mini dies for all throughout the year, apart from Christmas.
Oh, yes.
But we've got lots, and I just found that these ones here worked so well with the pussycats that we've got here. But really simple easel card we've constructed. That was using the sea shanty adorable scorable, but then there we go, the toppers with the corners, and that's it. Really quick, really simple, but there we go. We've got that one done.
Craig, I love that card, and I do love, I think that Siamese topper is one of my favourites in that collection. And that is a beautiful card, and I love the way you've used that adorable scorable there with the vellum. I think it's very classy and elegant, and it's just lovely, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I really do like it a lot. Now, we've got a few questions coming through, Craig.
Okie doke.
And I just need to ask you, because I've seen the question here and now I've lost it. And I need to remember the lady that asked the question. Here we are, Michelle Parsons. Michelle wants to know, is it better to put a clear coat on your picture before or after using your die cut? How do you protect the cut edges if you coat before cutting?
Say that again,
So
sorry.
you know the Jigsaw, if we're putting
Yeah.
a clear coat of a spray and shine or a gloss or something on there, would you coat it before or after cutting?
So, well, what I would do is I personally would do it beforehand. If you do it after, say you die cut your jigsaw, then you then spray it over the top, what's going to happen then is it's going to stick together. You know, all the die cut layers, you're going to have that film of spray or adhesive, whatever, so it's going to stick together. So for me, assemble your mount board, your picture, your spray, get it all good, it's ready to go, ready to die cut, and then you're good to go. And then that just means once you've die cut it, it's going to die cut through all the layers.
I absolutely agree with you, Craig. And I would say you don't need to protect the edges.
No.
Because you're not really going to put your jigsaw outside in the rain. It's just going to give it that lovely glossy feel and seal it. So I would say don't waste your time trying to work out how to do your edges. It's not really going to be necessary. Everything's going to be stuck down pretty good as it is. So that was for Michelle. Katie Easley says she's just checked out a rather full basket. Phew. Well done, Katie. We've got so many things coming through here though. So Bubble and Squeeze just said, this must have been when we were talking about Mrs. Doubtfire. She said, but not the face pack the way, Leanne. No, thank goodness. Can you imagine? I wouldn't be coming on with a whole lemon cheesecake all over my face. That would be horrendous, wouldn't it? Katie says, and this is in response to what you said earlier, Craig, which I'm really grateful for. I'm in awe of the product development team, just incredible. Thank you, Katie. That's really kind, and I will pass that message on to my team when I head next door. My daughter loves bees. For her birthday last month, she had a duvet, covers, cushions, lampshade, jewellery, all with bees on. So this collection is perfect for you, June Woodhouse. Thank you. Right, so Lynn says she's been looking for pretty pinks and she's going to get that blush paper for her baby shower. So remember, we've got all of the deals for you available today on the Craft Chat Create show, and you need to go shop your show. So get onto the website, go and have a look at all of the deals we've got there. We've touched on the best deals for you, but there are lots more on there, and do take advantage of those deals when we've got them. The shows that we've got coming up for the rest of the day for you are our wake up call, which will be on at 12 noon for you, and that is with our gorgeous Craig, and he will have all of the behind the scenes, lots of inspiration, some demos. One of them he's going to rework and include a bee in, and that's just going to be all the best fun. I do love to watch Wake Up Call, one of my favourite times of the day. Put it on when I get my baked potato and beans and watch while I'm doing my work. I love it. And then at 3 p.m. we've got a masterclass today with our gorgeous Debbie Fisher and Joe Remblance, and that's going to be on lots of different ways of doing kinetic cards and moving and, you know, really getting into the detail of it when you've got all of that 3D dimension. And then at 7 p.m. today we've got a cartload again with our fabulous Joe Remblance, who I absolutely adore, and the very beautiful Debbie Fisher, who is far too glamorous for her own good, I think. So we're going to have a gorgeous day ahead of us, and I really am pleased and privileged that you've welcomed me in today. So thank you very much. It's been a gorgeous time. Thank you to our very gorgeous Craig Laird, who one of my favourite crafters and somebody that just inspires me every day for lots of different reasons. So thank you very much, Craig. And of course, I'm back again tomorrow. I'm like that number 47 bus. I'm just 5 of me come along at once. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you on Wake Up Call at noon. Please do tune in. All of the deals for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. Love you. Bye.